Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jake Kerr. This is the Black Ink Podcast, and today I've been graciously joined by Gage Edgecombe.
Again, happy to be back.
No, yeah, let's shake hands.
Yeah, let's
there you
do
go.
it. Watch the arm there.
That is a very
Tender.
It's a solid handshake, but it's a tender shake from the shoulder.
Yeah, firm grip, soft motion,
Fucking oath.
middle ground.
You'd be good. Don't worry. How I know the story, but tell us about your collarbone.
Well, I snapped it. New Year's Eve, me and a bunch of mates went down to Willie Dam.
Yeah.
For the night. We were down there for 2 nights. The 30th and the 31st.
Yeah.
It was Jeremiah's birthday on the New Year's Eve. So, yeah, had a bunch of motorbikes and had a belly full of piss, and we were riding around all day. Got dark. I ended up losing my phone. I think I fell off a couple of times. I was shit-faced. I fell off this one time pretty bad, obviously, and my phone fell out of my pocket. It was about 11:30 at night, and I was like, I'll just do a quick lap. I'm pretty sure I know where it is.
Yeah.
And then I realised how late it was. We had fireworks to set off, and I was like, well, better head back to camp. And I was booking it back, and I must have hit a tree stump.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't remember. But
What bike are you on, by the way?
Oh, it was a 110. Right?
Yeah,
It's fucking
sick.
embarrassing. It's not even like.
No. When you come off a 50 and break your collarbone, then I don't think you by law allowed to go to the hospital. You just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know.
110's like just the cusp.
Yeah.
Allowed.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
So yeah, the 110, the baby bike, and I only learned how to ride that day. Like that was my first time.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, fuck, I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
All the way up until I wasn't,
Bro, it'll humble ya.
Well, yeah, it did actually a little bit. The ego is still there, but
Yeah.
definitely.
If anything, the
Humble
ego
a little
grew
bit.
a little bit. You
Yeah,
know?
I was like, I can survive a bike crash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. I feel like when you motorbike riding has this scale. If you start really young, your likelihood of falling in general goes really far down. If you start older, that likelihood of falling goes right up. Or you have to get some falls out of the way. And when you're a kid,
You just bounce back up.
yeah,
And it doesn't matter if you break your arm when you're a kid, like you're a kid.
yeah,
But you break your arm or your leg or whatever when you're an adult, like you can reach your house.
it's
It
crazy.
makes it like the risk to reward is so much.
It's like when you come off as a kid, you're not thinking about income protection.
No,
You just fuck.
not at all. You're like, oh, ow.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, I hope I didn't break the bike.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh man, I remember this one time when I was super young. Oh no, I would have been 9 years old. Mum and dad bought me a Honda XR80, which you know how powerful a 110 is apparently. 80 is just under that. But I got this XR80. Dad used to manage a transport yard. It's probably like about an acre or 2 acres. I don't know how big it is, but it feels like about that big. So there'd be trucks and shit in there. And I brought home, this is how the story goes in my mind. I was 9. This maybe happened totally differently. But I brought home a balloon from school and I tied the balloon to my bag and I was like, yeah, gonna go for a ride on the motorbike. And at that age, that sort of activity is like, oh, you got to put your boots on and your jeans on and your elbow pads and put on your fucking helmet. Like it's a deal,
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like, oh, I'll go for a rip on the motorbike. So I've done the whole process. I don't think I had elbow pads. It was like put on all the stuff, jumped on the motorbike, and I'm going around. I had this bull terrier called Boz, and Boz, the bag was sitting out the front of the office, and out the front of the office was a bit of a stretch, and then there was all the cars of the employees that worked at the transport yard. And I'm hooning around, probably middle of the throttle, 3rd or 4th gear, something. Like, just hooning sort of thing. And I looked across and Boz is into me balloon. And I'm like, fuck, And he's jumping up and he's grabbing it. And I'm yelling at him, Boz, Boz, Boz. And as I look forward, I've realised I'm at the back of a car, It was like an AU Falcon or something, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, my wheel was about to hit the tail light. And of course, that's as I've looked, I fucking smashed the tail light, bike's flung out. I remember the bike's gone maybe that way sort of thing. The car's there and the bike's flung out that way and I've kind of just gone onto the ground. And I was like, Dad's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. He's going to see this and he's going to fucking kill me. So I've just ran away and hid, I'm pretty sure you get arrested for that if you do that as an adult.
I think so, yeah.
So I've gone and hid behind the dongers where the truck drivers used to have showers and shit. I think Mum came and found me. She's like, well, what's up? Are you okay? I'm like, Dad's going to kill me. Dad's going to fucking kill me. Because she would have seen it all happen.
Yeah.
Because she's in the office, exactly where all this happened. And I fucking had bruising all down my leg and shit. And yeah, was a fucking in trouble young man that day.
But it weren't busted up.
The bike was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bike was fine.
Tail light.
Was fucked.
Yeah, poor thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to, I remember the bloke's name. His name was Lindsay. He ended up being a bus driver.
Are you pretty cool about it?
I remember Lindsay being cool in general. I don't remember about this particular situation,
Probably alright.
Probably.
Lucky you had all your gear on, but because it would have been flat tarmac or what that you.
Nah, it was like hard ground, red dirt.
Oh yeah, you would have slid.
Yeah, with the occasional bit of fucking rock and shit in there, you know?
A bit of gravel.
Bro, I'm just having all these memories come back to me right now. You know, one thing I've always thought about, on my 10th birthday, the fucking bus driver gave me an ice cream. No one else on the bus he gave an ice cream, but he gave me an ice cream.
What
And I was,
an ice cream?
yeah, it's fucking 150 degrees up there. That's the point.
Where did he get it?
So he's got an esky next to his fucking thing, and he's like, yeah, I'm like one of the last kids to get off the bus, because he used to go from St. Cecilia's in Port Hedland all through South Hedland, and then to Wedgefield, which is the industrial area.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, there was only like 5 kids left on the bus, and then I was like, you know, the 5th last one to get off, and he's like, happy birthday, young man. Gave me the ice cream. He's like, double digits. Fuck, I remember that, eh? And then, like, you just leave me for the rest of my life thinking, like, was he trying to fuck me, or?
He left an imprint.
Yeah.
Look him up, man.
Man. Hey, Rodney, what's up?
Oh, yeah.
I see you've aged like shit.
You're still driving buses, bro? Bought you an ice cream.
Bro.
Gotta give it back.
This fucking... I ate the ice cream for sure. I'm pretty sure I even ate it that fast that fucking mum didn't know I got one.
That's the go.
Yeah, because between the gate and the office, you can fit in a couple of ice creams, you know?
I remember I had Mr. Whippy come past my place. I would have been probably like my 11th or 12th birthday.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, fuck yeah, Mr. Whippy, on my birthday. So I went up there and he stopped, and I went up to him and I was like, hey bro, and he was hi. And I was like, it's my birthday today.
Yeah.
Thinking that he'd be like, oh, well, you know, like,
Yeah.
here, have one on the house. It's just like, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Happy birthday.
Yeah, what do you want? So I want a free fucking ice cream. But retrospectively, like, it's a dude who sells ice cream out of the truck. You probably have the spare.
And I like, in your mind, you've got the like your point of view, and then now you think of it like, if I was that guy looking down, that kid is just like, it's my birthday.
Yeah,
you're
flat
like,
out.
and you're like, all right. And he's got some shit around his mouth or something. He's just like, get the fuck out of here. You know?
Like, as an ice cream driver, like a Mr. Whippy man, how many times would you fucking hear that as well?
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I mean? And you're not gonna cut a 12-year-old either. You're like, just pay for the fucking ice cream and fuck off. Kid.
It's weird, man. Like, who wants to be Mr. Whippy? That's a fucking weird job. And then, like, you got to think, every year the van gets older, it gets creepier. You got to, like, keep it
Yeah.
up to date. That one that rolls around here and it looks like it's fucking...
Yeah, it's like, I reckon that they have like years in service versus districts. Like South Bunbury and like the prestigious places, you're not sending the ones with rusted bumpers, you know what I mean?
Fuck no. Can
Those
you
are the
imagine?
freshies, and then after a couple of years, they get pushed back to the outer burbs.
There'd be riots in the streets if you saw the one that comes around here in fucking Ralston
man.
Hill.
You're like, what is that?
Man. Dun, 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 dun. They can hear the tone and they're just like, what the fuck? It's that fucking poor people's whippy van. Get the fuck out of here.
Butcher and green sleeve like that, bro. It's a fucking sin.
Yeah, the house is on the street are nice, but I heard they had that...
The
that
Popo van?
Yeah.
Popo, it's not even
What's
Mr.
the
Whippy.
story with that? You know the bloke on the
brand.
corner that looks after his garden, he's just like, oh fuck, we're never going to live this down.
Yeah.
Oi, how's a fucking Kerry Park special just then?
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough.
That was a first gear auto skid.
Woo!
I know.
I get a couple on my street every now and again. I got one a few weeks ago, just before Christmas.
Yeah.
It was double pegger, fishtailed up the road, and it's a lot of old people on my street, so it doesn't usually happen.
Yeah.
And I run out there quick as fuck. I was like, wanted to see it, and I missed it, and there was a couple of young fellas across the road, and I was like, tell them to come back and blow a diff.
Yeah, yeah.
And they sort of
I
like
want to see
laughed.
oil on the road, you
I
know?
wasn't kidding.
Yeah, no.
I'm serious, bro.
I know.
I got the place. Tell them to come and blow the diff, or I'll fucking call the cops.
Can you imagine? That's like spring of the other day. We went out to do a fucking, you know, we call it a skills session, but it's just doing wheelies and burnouts and shit. And his tyre was fucked when he arrived, and I don't think he even had a number plate on. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a wild boy.
Yeah.
And he started doing a burnout, and like, of course, I had the car and the trailer out there, and it's like, as soon as he started doing the burnout, I'm like, I'm taking his bike home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You just know.
I've been given that privilege. So, and he's into it. Second gear, third gear, fourth gear, gets into fifth gear and just ba 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 ba, and you can see he's like, when's this fucking thing gonna pop? You know, it pops. He fucking drops it back down to whatever. It must have been like second or something, and just fucking rips it back into it, and it's blown the tire. The tubes come out, and then fucking slap the fender. And like bent the number plate bracket in and slapped the fender down.
Oh, nice.
Bro.
Proper jobby.
Yeah. Now that's a burnout.
That's proper.
You know?
Yeah, like...
And even then, that's only like a 7.5. You know? You don't want to see me go to 10.
It gets better, bro. It gets better.
Yeah, it's funny though. There's something so like, I think there's almost like a primal
I
reaction
think
to.
so. Just losing traction in general. It doesn't have to be a skid like on a bike or in a car or anything. Just losing traction. Like on a bike, bro. I last Christmas I bought myself a couple of drift eskies.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that was the best 2 days of my life because you know they only last about 2 fucking days.
Yeah, of course.
And then you're like, oh, I'll fix it, and it just sits there.
Yeah.
But they were wicked. I had like all I wanted to do was a 360.
Yeah.
A whole day I just wanted to do a little 360.
You just find how to get enough inertia and then enough whip.
Well, yeah, it was just like watering down the road and like, getting the right run up and like you got to get the flick and the kick and then up on the wheelie bar. It was fucking wicked.
Yeah, yeah.
Just going like losing traction is the most fun you'll have.
Man, it's funny because like as you were saying that, I realized like you're probably one of, I'm gonna say even liberally speaking, maybe 2 people that I know that we could commit to buying like green machines.
Oh, bro.
You know, like you've been waiting for an adult friend to be like, "You want to buy green machines together?"
Bro, I remember like mental conflicts I used to have going through my head walking home from school past kids that had green machines like in their carport.
Dude, yeah.
Take it, bro, just do it.
And this is the thing, like that was one thing that I never understood. That like, so you've got one and you're not using it right now. You know what I mean?
Like what do you mean? Like walk to school, bro. Walk to school,
bro. Get sideways to school. Oh, that's like I remember thinking before I knew how to do wheelies. I'm like, if I could do wheelies, I'd do wheelies everywhere.
Yeah.
And now that I can do wheelies, you know what I do? I do them everywhere.
There's no better feeling than when you're driving along and you see someone on a bike, and you stick your head out the window and you say pop a mono, and they fucking do it.
Oh, and they're good.
It's just I don't even care. Like even if you try it, you know what I mean? Like it just. Like, I'm not doing it to be a dick. I'm not yelling at you, calling you a fag. I just want to see you chuck it on the back wheel, bro.
Man, I'm in it for the game, you know? Even if you don't do wheelies, I want to see you give it that little shitty attempt where you
try.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's definitely like an attitude similarity, you and I. Actually, you know what? It's something that I found that it was a common thread with all the boys that came on the team building day. Convenient plug. But, but they're all animals.
Yeah.
Like, there is no one there that, like, they're all the sorts of blokes that, like, I don't really fucking trust anyone. But those boys there's no one in the group that I would have, like, an ounce of doubt over. You know what I mean? It's just all those boys. I know trust is a weird thing to bring into it, but it's like, all of them are, like, they're all the sorts of blokes where you're like, wait, we're going to do this crazy thing. And even if they're not into it, they'll be like, fuck yeah, okay, yeah.
Just fuck yeah, there's that response. Like,
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm in. I'm in it for the story. I'm in it for the experience. And I think, like, that attitude is she's seldom found in the current society.
There was a lot of it there, but...
Oh, there's a lot. There's probably too much.
It was a good day.
Dude, you could cut through the air with it on that day. It was fucking rich. That was one of those things where I went into it feeling super anxious that A, it was going to work, and B, that people were actually going to appreciate, like, we were going to get the result out of it that was, I'm trying to create, for no reason at all, a really good experience. Yeah. You know? Like, that's all it is. Yeah. As it turns out, it worked. Yeah. Yeah. It was, I guess we probably should, like, say what it was. Obviously, there was, like, 11 of us, I think, including the driver. Mm-hmm. We spent all day. We got a limo. Well, none of it was really, like, none of you boys knew what was going on.
No, that was the beauty of it, was the whole blind reveal.
Yeah, so everyone rocked up at Treendale Macca's at 7:30, and we're going to be back in about 12 hours. So limo arrives, we all get in the limo, we drive to Perth, we fucking go do shotgun shooting at a range, we have like a bit of a competition. Luke, who was meant to be the photographer, ends up winning it.
Clutched.
Yeah.
I got first, last, second.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, well.
I think David got last, and he's like, bro, I couldn't fucking see anything, you know? And then the dude's like, try without your glasses on. He's like, it'll be worse. And they did it without his glasses on, and he was getting better at it.
Shots, yeah. Like you said, like you could have said that before.
Yeah.
I think the best part about the shooting range was the feed that they put on afterwards. It was just so grandma spec Sunday roast.
Yeah.
Those fucking cheese snags, man.
Oh, bro, that's all you can smell in the limo for the rest of the day.
Now.
Man. Every day, you wake up and burp, and you're like, is that fucking garlic and cheese?
It's like 2 people down, and then you do a little burp, and then 20 seconds later, like, you just burp, can't you?
Yeah.
Bro, like fucking cheese snag, man.
No, that was fucking Jet back there.
Yeah, honest.
Oh, what did I call him? What was Jet's name?
F16.
F16, yeah. The fucking That was cool. I think that's like one of those things now where if we can replicate, especially that group again, like, and see, this is the thing. Where do you take it? Wait, we'll come back to that. We did the shotgun shooting. We had the lunch. Then we went to Frio.
We got on the piss.
Oh, that's when we started fucking drinking. That was cool.
We started drinking.
That was so perfectly executed in hindsight, because I like went around with the list and was like, right, what drink should we get?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, well, I'll drink this, I'll drink this, I'll drink this, I'll drink this. And surprisingly, like, we drank fucking everything.
Yep, drank it dry.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like everyone was drinking their drink the whole day.
Yep.
So,
well, mix and match it a little bit, because we got everyone wants the White Claws, so we all dug into the White Claws.
Oh yeah.
And then there was the Booker, Black Sambuca.
That was for everyone though.
Which no one wanted, but it was like, well, you have to.
Yeah. The rule that I made up that I broke the most.
Yep. Yeah. And then it was like, have another sip, and you're like, I don't want it, man. Like, there's only half left. And I'm like, if everyone has one more sip, it'll be gone.
Yeah.
Team building, bro.
And it was gone before we fucking left there.
Before we left the car park, man.
That's so good.
Just deleted it.
Fuck. I'm like, it's funny because I was talking to, forget who it was. We were talking about Dakota, and he was saying, oh, he fucking loves getting on the champers.
Oh, yeah.
Program.
Jaden.
Yeah, it was yesterday. You were fucking there. Yeah.
I was there, bro.
Wild.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We said, he said, yeah, fucking, he loves getting on the champers. I'm like, yeah, at the fucking team building.
He's like, we have to get a bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
I had a sip of it and I was like, dude, this is arse, bro.
That's a council thing. So they apparently, when they get together and that, they drink white wine, which is, bro, just for a second, just stop the fucking team building day. I don't have a problem with it. I just want to say that, because I have some sort of like interest or ambition to maybe end up in that position for the city of Bunbury. Well, you heard it first. I can't believe.
Here's what I found.
Fuck yeah.
So you're getting nosy, bro.
What's that about the council? You running, are you? Huh? You need an agent? But the thing that blows my mind is like the further I get into like Bunbury businesses and events and now the city and all that, and then like getting Dakota's perspective on what happens, it's super interesting to realize like drinking is a very commonplace thing. You know what I mean?
It's not as taboo as you think it is.
No.
But it's not like 10 cans of sport after a hard day's work. It's more like, that's when it becomes more social.
Yeah.
It's like that, where it is like your white wines and your fancy shit. And for some fucking reason, bro, that I do not understand and will never get, San Pellegrino.
Oh no, you're just not doing it right.
What? It's shit. It's fucking soda water can fuck off, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's ass, bro.
Have you ever had soda water with just a little bit of tonic water in there?
Tonic water is TV static, bro.
Dude.
It tastes like ass.
No. Do you know how rich the dude that told me about that combination was? Like that, and that's the important bit, because
that's what like money. Like when does your bank account get so big that you think that starts tasting good? I want to know that combination.
I think there's 7 numbers in the number. Yeah, and that's one of the accounts. You know?
Right.
But no, it's one of those. It's funny because I like when he's telling me about that, I'm like, oh, he's taking the piss.
Yeah.
He's like, no, because tonic water's too sharp by itself and soda water's not quite enough. And I was like, he's right on both of those statements. And then he fucking did it. I'm like,
backpedal a bit.
Can't he just put like a better tasting water in a water and made like water squared?
Super water.
Bro.
Condensed water.
My blood type changed a little.
Never been so hydrated. What I thought you were going to say when you mentioned white wine was it doesn't matter how much it costs, like it's all...
Oh, that as well.
Because I used to go through bottles of passion pop.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I haven't heard of passion pop in a minute.
Used to put it in like the wine glasses with a couple of berries, bro. No cunt knows the difference.
True.
It's lavish, bro.
If you do the same thing as San Pellegrino, you know that.
Can do the same thing as San Pellegrino.
Get that non-alcoholic.
You can do it with passion pop. It's literally cheaper to buy a bottle of passion pop than it is to buy a bottle of San Pel, bro. I'm not even lying right now.
They both come in a glass bottle too. But the thing that I think that I'm highlighting is like considering how alcohol lowers your inhibitions and it raises it like that Dutch courage and that. It's so interesting that it plays such a common place in what you would anticipate would be an integrity-based situation.
But it's so networking as well, though, so you can understand.
I totally get it. I'm not against it, and like I'm excited to develop quite the palate for white wine. You know,
start practicing now.
Yeah. There's something about face tattoos and white wine that it's never going to happen, but I can pretend. Yeah. You know, I can always be like, oh, this is yummy.
Well, Little Peep had a song called White Wine, bro. He has heaps of face tattoos.
Who?
Little Peep.
Oh yeah, Little Peep. Isn't it funny how like that's interesting. He always had. He's one of those dudes. He could do anything.
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah.
Plastered, bro.
I got a photo of that on the team building day as well.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I seen that. It's a crisp photo.
That was more for me than for the group. You
Yeah.
know? It's just wanted a new wallpaper. That's all. But yeah, it's that was so yeah, Dakota getting the bottle of white wine, and like because there was a champagne flutes in the car as well.
Yeah, that was sort of like you got to utilize them.
Yeah. And fuck, like Brody the driver, Brody Cassidy from Limousine Lounge, he was just on top of it.
Yeah.
He was the fucking man, you know, like, yep, I'll go get the drinks. You give him this fucking crazy list of all this different shit.
And then just throw him the money.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Figure it out. And it was like bang on.
Yeah, and that's the other thing as well. Like, you know, everyone, the one thing everyone had in common was like an extra $50 was not a problem.
Yeah.
You know? So like, and I'm not saying that everyone was rich. I'm saying everyone had that same mindset of like, if it's for the day, if it's for one of these boys right now, for the next 6, I don't give a fuck if it's 50 or 100, just fucking make it happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that guy that sat there not drinking nothing.
Yeah.
Because you didn't bring a bit of extra change.
Man,
or even Coda at the club after we did all the skit and went and bought 11 shots of Midori, bro.
And got it for
like $50.
Something stupid. So silly.
That's what you want though. You're like, I'm not paying $120 for like half a bottle of Midori.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that's probably what he's done is he's just gone like, what's a suitable amount of money? Either that or he's just totally fucking negligent that he spent 15 minutes pouring the shots.
In which case he's probably looking for a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
He's like, man, do you reckon I can get a tattoo with these boys later on? So we drink our fucking Sambuca, we get the white wine down, and then we start fucking hitting the piss. We drive to Fremantle, it's like a half-hour drive. We get to the tattoo studio. Half of the boys go up to the tattoo studio, start getting the matching tattoos, which is a skull. And everyone ended up getting them on the same fucking spot besides 2 people, including Toby, who doesn't have a single other tattoo.
Skin, bro. That was mental the whole time.
Badass.
I was like, I can't believe this motherfucker's gone through with it.
He's never fucked with a condom on ever.
No.
I swear to God. What a fucking bad man, eh? But yeah, and the other half went to Holy Moly and started doing, I think it was bowling first up. That was perfect actually because you're meant to do your bowling, your golf and your arcade, and then by that time swap over and go get your tattoos, and everyone does the same thing. But as it turns out, it was the end of the day and we were all in the arcade together and all did our golf together.
Yeah.
And fuck me.
That was mad.
That was
that was loud, bro.
Do you know? No, you know what is fucking stuck in my mind is you doing the from Happy Gilmore
clown laugh. Yeah.
Bro, it'd just be like every 20 seconds you'd hear you do it. It's like, oh man, we're gonna get kicked out soon.
It's the last hole anyway, so who fucking cares?
And then David stole the fucking mini putter.
Is he still here?
No, it is. It's somewhere. I did have it up there for a fucking hot minute though.
It's like because I was wearing shorts, so I was like, someone's gonna take this putter.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, I'm not doing that, bro.
I'm the one who made the fucking booking.
Yeah, you're like, I can't do it. They know my name. And then we get back to the car, and he just whips it out. He's like, did you want this, bro?
And David is the most least suspecting dude to do it as well.
He's the perfect guy to steal it, man.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you always want. I mean, other than Toby, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Toby's just like, I got my first tattoo today. You think I'm gonna fucking
as well?
Bro,
it's a slippery slope, man. Tattoos and
peer
crime,
pressured
bro.
me into getting this.
Tattoos and crime.
Fucking hell.
I think the journey back from the arcade to the car, that was wicked.
I wish it was still going.
Oh man, yeah, me too. But we got the thing that I'm most upset about was when we started doing some sticker slapping.
Yeah.
And I just got like the arse end of that clip of Caleb running up on a moving
Oh
car,
yeah.
hitting it and rolling away. Like that was fucking brilliant. And I got like him just moving away from it.
I have a feeling that I also thought I was recording it. You know those ones you look down, it starts recording.
It's happening too quick. It was going too fast.
Bro, that's so heartbreaking. The funny thing is like from my point of view, I was like, yeah, the whole day is like a content creation thing. That's why I got a photography here, and like obviously I'm going to be recording heaps of shit. And in reflection, I didn't get like a single good piece of content that's like representative of what happened. But fuck, we got some stories out of it.
Yeah, it was good fun at least.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what's crazy, like, the really wild part about this is that no one knew what was going on, and it was $500.
Yeah.
$500 is no fucking joke.
No, that's like, it's not jacket money, you know?
No.
That's a commitment.
That's like, you know, it was fucked to organise, because, like, you're trying to figure out, like, how much do I charge these boys? It's the first time, I need to make it super valuable so everyone wants to do it again, and whoever doesn't do it feels like they missed out. You want to create that feeling. So how much can I get away with charging? Because if I thought I could get 1,000, I charge 1,000 and give you $1,500 worth of experience, right? So I was like, 500 is probably the limit for number one. So, okay, what can I do for $500? When can I've got a list of 20, 25 blokes who are interested. Put them in a group chat. Right, here's the fucking 5 dates available. Everyone like the date that you can go to. The one with the most likes wins. And then you go to that, out of 20, we've got it down to like 15 people, say. And then to those 15 people, you're like, are you willing to spend 500? And all I needed was 10 yeses or 9 yeses.
Yeah.
And I got them. So I was like, right, we're on. Create the thing on my website, send everyone the link, and as you pay for it, you're locked in. So I go, right, I've got this $500 from everyone. And it's funny because I organized it in my mind. There's like 2 ways you can go about it. Like, right, everything you look at, you either, this is boring back end stuff, but I've already started the sentence. So you either look at it as in like every experience you do divided by the amount of people that goes, which is what I did. I divided everything by 11 because there was 11 people there.
Yeah.
Instead of going, I got 9 people to pay $500 and make a kitty that you take chunks out of. So I got to the end and I was like, why the fuck haven't I got enough money? It's like, because you divided all the cost by 11, but only 9 people gave you that money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 3 times, or 10, 11, 2 times 500 is $1,000. It's like, fuck. And like Luke was for free, Brody was for free, and I had to pay Brody.
Yeah.
So it's like there's, lunch, a tattoo, the shooting experience, the holy moly thing times 3 because it's me as well. So the day cost me money.
Yeah.
I'm not whinging at all, but I learn.
Respectively.
It's all learning.
Yeah.
It's all data collecting and like, right, next time we do it properly.
Yeah.
Budget
better. Like, you remember what you've got to spend.
Just be a fucking better version of you, bro.
Figure it out, bro. Fix it.
Sometimes I just look dead in the eye in the mirror. I'm just like, just fucking,
You know what I do think about is that fucking, I don't even know if you've gone back and looked at it yet, but the podcast that we tried to make on the drive home back from Perth, you're like, I'm dropping it. It's going to be raw, unclipped footage. Let's go. No. And it was just like 11 blokes passing the mic around, just fucked from a big day.
Let's never talk about it. And it
was ambitious. And like you said, you wanted to get content and you just didn't.
No, this is in 10 years' time, that podcast is hilarious. That is so valuable. Right now, it's incriminating.
Yeah, it's so bad, man.
We just need to get past that. What's that? It's like after 7 years, it's like not considered a crime anymore.
I don't think that's right.
Oh well, I've been leaning on that pretty heavily.
Wonder what's going to come out next.
So it's like if it's 2023 now, that means that anything that happened, like I want to hear some cool stories from 2016 real soon.
Whoa. Yeah.
Scary when you say it like that, eh?
2016, bro. I guess I was 18.
What's the earliest date you remember writing on your shit at school?
2004.
True.
Because I remember doing 2004 and then it's 2005 and going back over it.
Oh yeah.
That's like, and it was like proper ape-handed fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only slightly worse than what it is now.
Yeah. When I broke the collarbone, like a week after I had surgery on the Sunday night, and then the Tuesday I had to go up to Perth to do my dogging ticket for work, and so I'm chicken winged and I wasn't as mobile as I am now, so it was proper that was staying there, and I get up there and everyone's like, oh, you're gonna be like, can you do this? Like, you have to write heaps.
You're just like, yeah, man, I'm not retarded. Cool. I just can't use my arm.
Well, I'm left-handed, so all good. And cool, yeah, which is lucky. And I start writing, and I was like, I should have told these cunts that I'm left-handed, man. If I had told them, because it's fucking god awful, man. I can't read my handwriting half the time. It sucks.
True.
But I was like, I should have said nothing and just made them think, because that would have been like, that's pretty good, man.
Oh, gone the other way about it. Yeah. You're like, look, I'm right-handed, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I did basketball in year 6, and I remember. I did a left-handed layup.
Yeah.
And the coach was like, that was pretty impressive, man. I've only been playing for a couple of weeks. He's like, I can't even do that. And I was like, yeah, I'm left-handed. And he's like, oh, should have kept my fucking mouth shut, bro. Man. I should have then, like that. I should have learnt then.
If you said then, like instead of saying, yeah, I'm left-handed, if you're just like, yeah, I'm touched by God.
I'm built different.
Yeah, bro. Or just look up and just like levels. Can you imagine being the coach?
Woke, that young though.
Bro.
You're like, who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah. I bet you this kid tells Mr. Whippy it's his birthday. But no, wait, doesn't tell him that it's my birthday. He's just like, I'm 11 today.
Intricate motherfucker.
Yeah. Congratulations. I'm going to tell Mum you said that. Just fucking have the ice cream and fuck off.
It's like, I'm 11 and I'm going to tell you touch me.
Man, oh, bro, even worse.
Life hack,
Wait,
bro.
you want me to ruin your life? Wait, just be straight with me, Mr. Whippy, you know?
Oh, look at this. It's my cock. The old bait and switch, bro. The old bait and switch.
That's so fucking sadistic, eh?
Diabolical, man. Should have been that woke.
Like a little bit blurry, just has to squint. Look at it, it's like, you're fucked.
I was like,
You're
all
disgusting.
the red cups, thanks, bro. That was the go-to as well, the red icy pole cups.
Oh, dude, the only thing I gave a fuck about Mr. Whippy was a sherbet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude, even now.
Like just the Whiz Fizz packets.
No, you know, like they'd fucking do the whippy or whatever, and then they've had like the tub, they'd put it in there and like roll it around.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is like pinky purpley.
Oh. Do they still do that at Wendy's? You used to get like the...
Does Wendy's still exist?
I'm pretty sure.
What the fuck?
I don't go to Centrepoint. I got no reason to go to Centrepoint.
Oh yeah, Wendy's is in there.
Yeah.
I can imagine in there. I don't know if it's still there at the moment.
Surely it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, bro. Fucking shaking dog on a Saturday morning.
Bro.
After mum's done the shopping.
Oh, bro. I used to work when I left school. I was full time at Target, bro. And at lunchtime, I would go get a shaking dog every day because my sister used to work there.
Oh,
the plug, bro. The plug used to plug me
nuts.
up. Something chronic, yeah.
I remember. Yeah, it was horrible for your guts, eh?
Oh yeah, but worth it.
Those mega shakes that they used to do with the ice cream and all the fucking, you know, just sprinkle diabetes on the top for you.
Yeah,
That big diabetes straw.
Yeah.
Crazy. I remember even as a kid just being like, I'm gonna have this and then I'm gonna feel sick.
Prepping yourself.
Yeah. And you know, as a kid, you're like, yeah, KFC, Chinese food, chili, or not chili for me, but like you just eat whatever.
What's the metabolism?
Yeah.
25. Boom.
It's fucking nuts. Fucking dude that used to work at Roger David, the chick who worked at I just pieced the story together. The cunning dog got me fucking 10 years later. How wild. Anyway, I'll fill you in after the podcast.
Roger.
He had a chick that worked at Wendy's that was into him, and she always used to give him the old donuts, and it started as like the old donuts that had been sitting for like 2 or 3 hours because they weren't fresh anymore.
Yeah.
And I went in one day, and this is like months into it, and he had these like real crisp, like fresh donuts. I'm like, the fuck's going on? He's like, yeah, just one day she stopped giving me the old ones and just gave me new ones for free. And I was like, really? He's like, every day just brings them in.
Upgrade people.
Yeah.
It's routine, bro. That's what it is. He's like, I got no donuts to give you. Give me 5 minutes. I'll make you some fresh ones.
Can you imagine? Nah, I don't know. I can't say any more without the incriminating thing, you know?
Well, when you get older, when you're like 18 or whatever, and you still got friends that work in fast food, that's the best. That's the best because you want to walk in and be like, hey, brother, can I get like a whole bunch of free shit?
Yeah.
But when you're like 25 or when you're 30, bro, you know what's still awesome?
Yeah.
Getting a whole bunch of free shit.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I mean? I went to Noodlers on the corner there the other night and I didn't know what I wanted, so I got it all.
Yeah, Noodlers as in next to KFC at your park centre. Yeah. That joint changed hands, eh?
Well, it looks like shit. That's how I know it's good. I've only been going there for probably like 6 to 8 months. It was my first time like in winter.
Oh,
and
really?
I was like, holy fuck! And now I got to get through that whole menu, man.
No, it used to be. It was like.
Don't tell me what it was. I'll never taste it.
Yeah, I know.
If I don't know, it's all good.
That's a flex I have on you
Don't
forever.
piss on me, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
I would too. I look you in the eye and be like, man, you should have had the katsu chicken this time last year, bro.
It's like, this is good, but it was better.
Man, no, actually, their katsu chicken is like very, very like on par. But there used to be something signature I used to get from there all the time, and it was like, I went to get it the other day. And I didn't went to get it. I got it, and I was like, this has changed. It might be the katsu chicken, actually. Fuck.
I didn't get the katsu chicken.
Are you a katsu chicken guy?
Well, I'm an everything guy, man. I get something different when I go to Subway. Like I don't always get a zinger box from K-Fry. Like you got to keep the body guessing.
Yeah.
And so when I went in there to get my feed, I didn't know what I wanted. So I think I ended up with the pad thai. I think I got chicken and fried rice or something. I got continental soup.
Right.
And I was like, I think that'll do me. And then when he's bagged it all up for me, he's like, oh, hang on. And he reached in and gave me the last packet of sushi. It was like 10 pieces of sushi.
God
and I
damn.
was like, that's what's up. That's what's up.
That is what's up.
And now I'm promoting him on a podcast.
I've seen what's up, and that's probably past it, if I could be honest.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just love getting free shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's the best.
You know what I like is being it, and I'm not saying this pretentiously. I'm in a position now when people buy shit off me, I have the opportunity to give them free shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, fucking poker night like 2 weeks ago, man.
Oh yeah.
We all come over for a poker night. Well, I guess it wasn't free shit. I guess you couldn't say because we all lost our fucking money.
Yeah, one dude fucking got a heap of free shit.
Yeah,
$750 of fucking cold hard
that's
cash.
That's the best kind of free shit.
Man.
But we come to have fun and play poker, have a couple of beers, and we all left with a calendar.
Yeah.
That's fucking gangster.
I just can't think of this is one of those things, like in my mind it doesn't make sense. And I've always been like this, and you probably have the same mantra from when you're a kid where you're like, if I'm rich, my friends are rich. Like if I've got
Yeah.
money, everyone has money.
Like if I got $10, we all got $10.
Yeah,
If I'm
that's
eating,
right.
We're eating.
That same thing is in the team building day.
Well, yeah.
You know, it's that same
Yeah,
mentality.
what's the point of putting yourself ahead if everyone else has to suffer and like look on and envy, you know?
Bro, I got cool shit happening around me, and it's like the cool people that are around me that are having it happen with me. It's like, why would I have a box full of calendars and not give everyone one?
Well, yeah, and especially because calendars have an expiration date. As far like the rest
Oh,
of the
yeah,
batch
yeah.
doesn't, you know what I mean?
For sure. I even did, so I was doing a job this morning for this lady, and she wanted it's her friend's birthday on the 4th. She contacted me like 3-4 days ago and said, I want to make this hoodie. So I had to source a hoodie, do the graphic design, obviously print it, apply it, do all the thing. So I was like, yeah, sweet. Got the job underway. I was doing it this morning, and I cut the heat press vinyl and like put it on the hoodie, and I was like, oh fuck, it's like a bit too big. So at that point, again, not being pretentious, but I can't fucking send that out. Even though I know this woman's going to wear this hoodie like 3 times and then never wear it again.
Yeah.
I still want it to look right, like proportionally right. So I go back to square one, resize everything, cut it, weed it, put it on there. I was like, yeah, sweet. Perfect product, happy with it. But I'm left over with these 2 logos that I had that I didn't use. So I was like, oh fuck. She's medium hoodie. I grab a medium shirt out, put them on there, looks fucking cool, press it, chuck that in the bag, put it on the bottom so they don't realise until they get home.
Yeah.
And then also, and this is like, I know I'm fucking sucking my own dick at this point. Then I printed out some vinyl, like just sticker vinyl, and like weeded all of that, put some application tape on it, and put them in the bag as well, so she can have like a cool little sticker for a window on a car or something as well. Yeah. And it's like, man, it's fucking like
little shit that costs nothing.
Bro, imagine being her and getting that.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, what?
It's fucking cool.
Free shit, bro.
A shirt and matching hoodie and matching stickers, and I put the fucking logo on the bag that it all comes in as well.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what's up.
Yeah, that's a pretty big flex. I fuck with that.
Oh, man, I'm fucking getting a little bit sweaty just thinking about it.
You sure it's not just because we're in a fucking hotbox right now?
Yeah, it's a nightmare. You got to turn off the aircon, otherwise it just creates such a shitty sound in the back.
Kerry Park houses.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck? I was 1:30 in the morning, like the other day, waking up like sweating bullets. I got a little thermometer in my house.
Yeah.
Always like to know.
And even that was fucked.
Just so I can look at it and be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I'm never like, oh, 31, that's so interesting. I'm like, what the fuck is it doing up that high?
Yeah, this can't be right.
Yeah, always mad at the cunt. Like, I shouldn't have it there. But yeah, like the hottest fucking houses in the world in summer, and then winter, like freezing cold.
Yeah, I like the freezing cold element.
Yeah, well, I got a fireplace, so that's bitching.
You don't have an aircon, do you?
I have an aircon.
Oh, I was going to say, you have a fireplace and not an
I
aircon
got a
as such.
fireplace. I got 2 aircons that like push into the same room, but like, I don't know. I don't want to run it all the time. I'm not a millionaire.
No. I'm glad you brought this up because I feel passionately about this. I will run aircons when it's unnecessary. All right? So like, I mean like we run the aircon during the night at the moment. Obviously it's hot at night, but the idea, if it's cold during the day, hot during the day, I'll run the aircon around the clock even for, I know it's terrible, but living one.
Completely different perspectives here.
The idea is that we have advanced so far in human technology to be comfortable. I'm not gonna be not comfortable to add a fraction on top of my fucking power bill.
Yeah, okay.
You know? That's like, and I understand like it is, and this is the thing, like I don't put it on fucking 18, I put it on 22, 23, 24.
So it's livable, it's like optimal temperature.
Yeah, you're bringing it back to where it needs to be. You're not trying to get it cold in there, you're just trying to make it like, oh, I can fucking breathe in here, you know? But this idea of like, oh, I'm not gonna run the aircon because I'd rather be comfortable. I'd rather figure out how to make another fucking $100 a month and be fucking comfortable.
Yeah, bro, you're not wrong. Actually, you're dead ass. But
go home, turn them both on.
If it's hot, if I'm sitting in front of it, I'll turn it on for a bit until I get cold, and then I turn it off again. I'll like give myself like a little spritz. I guess like well, I don't like the Corolla, no aircon. Patrol, no aircon. You know, the Verada, the one I take like the work car, that's got aircon.
Ooh.
But it's got no heater.
You'd have to wear a tie or something in there to feel like you fit in.
Well, I got a sunroof, so I just turn that on. My hair's already slicked back, you know. Like,
turn on the sunroof?
Yeah, turn on the sunroof, bro.
I want to change it from yellow to blue.
Well, it's like tinted. So I can just,
true.
Just have it there, like the window, or I can let the breeze in as well.
Yeah.
I was trying to flex it to a mate. He's getting his car serviced, and he's like, "Can you take me to the Toyota or come get me or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, of course. I come get you in the Verada.
Yeah.
It's bougie." And I went and picked him up.
Really like, fucking let him know.
And he's like, "Yeah, cool." I'm like, "Yeah, man, leather seats, bro." And he goes, "Yep." And I'm like, "Check this out." 8 seconds to open the cunt. And I'm like, pretty sweet, hey? And he's like, he's rango, like pale skin, and he's just looked at his legs with the sun's hitting him. He looks at me, he's like, "You want me to get fucking sunburned?" I was like, "Oh, fucking sorry, bro." Like, I closed the car up.
That's such a fucking weird thing, man. Like sunroofs and convertibles.
Oh, dumb.
The reality is they're fucked.
They're
you
dumb.
never open it.
No, it's literally like, that's cool. And then most of them fucking leak or like you don't use them.
And this is the thing, like, as soon as you're like, you get past the cool part, you're like, oh, so I have another like 1,500 moving pieces in my roof for no reason.
Yeah, just another electronic part to fuck out.
Bro. And you know it's going to get stuck like a quarter of a fucking millimeter open and you're not going to be able to close it ever again. It's like, it's not even it's just the sound. It's just over 100, it's loud as fucking here now.
Yeah, you're right. It come in here one time, it was good because I didn't have my passenger seat in and I was carpooling with the bloke, he was sitting in the back. And we're going past one of the older boys that's always driving slow on the way home. Yeah. And he's like, pop the roof, boy, pop the roof. And
yeah.
We're in the back and he's come out and he's like giving him one of these.
Yeah,
and a quick one of those.
Oh.
And then, but because you can't do that when the seat's there because it's too awkward.
Yeah.
So that was the only time it's ever been handy to have a sunroof.
Fuck. Hit him where it hurts, eh?
Yeah, that one time, that one instance, so.
Can you imagine me and him?
Suck it, Casey.
Dude. Even I felt that. I feel bad for Casey, eh?
He goes home at, like, the speed limit's 100 k's. He goes home at 100 k's, but still, like, give it a fucking bit of pump, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's down the hill?
Yeah.
Just neutral and let it fucking figure itself out.
He's like, I'm like, what are you even listening to? He's listening to fucking, like, like, BBC News Talk Radio. Yeah. I'm like, what's this cunt on about? But then I tuned in a bit and I was like, damn.
I would enjoy this if I was going 10K,
yeah,
10Ks an hour faster.
I don't want to get home. Like, I want to know what happens next.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that I like. Sometimes if I'm hooking at home, and like I'm almost home and a banger comes on, and because I'm still experimenting with like what sounds great through the sub. Yeah. So like I'll have to do another lap. Whereas if I just did the speed limit the whole time, I could have like got
the song after
the song through and not have to like do the extra lap around.
So you did that fucking 18-year-old thing and went and spent 12 grand on a subwoofer and an amp to power it and shit, or?
Well, this was when I had the Verada. I bought the Verada for $2 grand. It was just a work car, and I was like, well, want a bit of doof because I never had a bit of doof. I've installed so many fucking subwoofers and speakers in mates' cars and made them fit, and it was just a headache. But I never had one myself.
Heartbreak.
And I was like, it's my turn. So
I bet you did a good job of those cars too.
Yeah, no, tin snips and
not one.
Just twist and tape, but it was bad. Yeah. Didn't even know what a soldering iron was.
I'm pretty sure that and writing things down on papers for rich people, eh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But and not even like finding the firewall either, like just like through the door into the bonnet, like dude, bad, bro. It's fucking bad.
That's so good.
And then I went out after I got the Verada. I was like, it's time to get a sub. So I went and spent the money. I think it ended up costing me like $2.5 grand. So I got the double 12-inch Rockwells and the amp, and then I got all the speakers and shit all the way through it, and then that was sick, and that was great. And then I got the Corolla. Yeah. And I was like, well, now I've got to swap it over. And I did all that myself. I did the install. And because the Corolla's a 35-year-old car, like, to get the head unit out, there was 2 screws in the ashtray. And the whole thing fell in my lap. I was like, this is fucking wicked, bro. Like, it's perfect. You can't fault it. Just
what year is it?
1980.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I had a 97 Civic.
Oh, yeah, right.
And that thing was like, I think it had 4 screws in the ashtray.
Yeah, see, there you go. They're getting there. And now you have 45 just to get over the plastic shred.
Bro, you got to buy a tool off eBay to get them out.
It's fucking rude.
What the fuck is that?
It's too hard.
And then you look at the tool, you're like, surely I can make something like that. And you're like, nah, I can't.
Just a butter knife. Like, you grind down a butter knife nice and thin if you're trying to get head units out from it. I know, bro. I never had the tool.
Apparently, bro. Ask me how to roller skate. I don't know this shit, eh?
You can figure it out. But recently, because I bought the Rockwells from Soundwave. Yeah. And when I went in to buy them from Soundwave, there was this massive fucking 19-inch Rockwell sub, which is like this. It'd be like 20 kilos, 25 kilos of just doof.
The daddy model.
The daddy. Yeah. And it had been there for, he reckons he'd had it there for about a year. It's just been sitting there, and everyone asks a question, but no one wants to buy it. Yeah. Boxing Day comes around, and he's gone live on Facebook. And he's like, we're having a massive clearance sale. I think he's basically giving the shit away. And there was the sub there, and he goes, and this, like, he's like, I'm sick of looking at it, you know? Yeah. He's like, I tell you what, anyone who comes in tomorrow on Boxing Day wearing an Australian band shirt, give it to you $1,500. Shit. And I was on night shift at the time, and the bloke that I was working with was watching the live stream, and he's like, Gage, you should buy this. And I was like, that's silly, Rank. What am I going to do with that? Yeah. And he's like, probably buy the doors off your fucking car. Yeah. And I was like, you're right, bro. Maybe I will. And I didn't. And I went to work Boxing Day night, and then the day after, so the 27th, I guess we're at, and he's posted again Boxing Day night. He's like, no one came and got it. It's like, if you come tomorrow, it's fucking yours. And I was like, well,
that's a sign.
Let's go. And I accidentally woke up hell early. Yeah. And so I was up at like 10 o'clock, 10:30 or something like that.
I can just see you in the mirror brushing your hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
And no, the hardest part was trying to decide what shirt I wanted to wear down there because I had a couple to choose from.
What were the options?
Well, I went to the Short Stack concert last year, so that was definitely in the runnings, that was tough. Bro.
That's hard.
Heart rate made me a killer, you know.
Yeah.
That was good. And then I had the vintage Violent Soho shirt with the Matt Groening collab, which I obviously went with that.
Yeah.
But I had Smith Street Band. A couple of others, I think, but like the Violent Soho one, it's just too tough to pass up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's an easy win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're not gonna. Yeah, bro. One of the dudes that I love this dude that comes on my social skates. He's a real like unique sort of character. The same way, exactly the same sort of vibe with all the team building boys, but in his own way. You know. And the other day he was wearing. It was like the unicorn version of Care Bears, and it was essentially like. Either too small for him or a women's tee. And like it wasn't until halfway through the skate I looked at his top and I'm like, what the fuck are you wearing? And it's like you're so undoubtedly you that I didn't even fucking notice it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's got the short sleeves on it. Unapologetically characteristic. Perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
the shorts, like the women's sleeves. Like,
yeah. And it's like, man, you look fucking cool. You know what I mean?
Pulling it off.
Yeah.
He's pulling it off.
Like, it's just something so fucking... And it's not even that it's badass or anything. It's just, I don't even... Or maybe I'm just getting older and I don't have the energy to judge people as much anymore. But I was just like, fuck, man. I found a crop top in the women's section at the Salvos the other day. And I was like, I'm going to try this on for a laugh. And I put it on. I'm like, damn, I could wear this to... Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I could wear this to GTM. This is sick.
That's tough.
And like when I put it on, I'm like, oh fuck, I actually
look good.
I look good, you know.
Fucking good, bro.
Turns out I'm fucking covered in tattoos.
What's the point of having another ink if you don't show it off?
Yeah, man.
Like women will get like that one tattoo down their cleavage and then never wear a shirt that's not.
Bro, they'll get a nipple piercing and never wear a baggy thing again.
Well, yeah, dead ass. But blokes will have full back pieces and you never see them in a short sleeve t-shirt.
Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, and like I refuse to wear muscle tees and singlets. I'm like, I look like a fuckhead trying to show off my tattoos.
Yeah, they're for muscles, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
I got brains, not muscles, bro. Brains and a big dick, you know? What am I going to do? Well, it's not big. It's extra average, you know?
Well, I've always got like long and skinny.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
You're long and skinny and I'm like fucking, not a crushed Coke can, but like a crumpled Coke can, you know? Just
like
fucking
saucer.
unbearably thick, you know what I mean? For me, not her.
But the argument with cunts, like, why would you brag about having a long and skinny dick, bro? I'm not bragging, brother. It's just, like, what am I supposed to do? Man. That's what I got.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's fucking...
I'm not going to lie. It's like a little whisper angel hair, a 2B pencil.
Don't you wish? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, who doesn't? You fucking serious?
But no, I do have a couple muscles. I actually just started doing F45 last week, and I noticed I got something going on just here. But I save it for the weekends.
Yeah, save it for GTM, bro. That's the big reveal.
Oh.
What's he growing under there? Type of energy.
Man, I'm growing like a lot of sets with no weights energy. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
I'm going like the useless sort of lean.
Going for farmer strength without the strength.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just going for the stringy look, you know.
Underweight, pale.
Man, and then like you laugh about it, and then fucking Pete Davidson's like, yeah, we're you know,
yeah,
it just looks like pure shit, like he's dying but covered in tattoos. You're like, man, even I'd probably fuck him, you know.
You'd have to run through.
Oh, if it was a Saturday night,
nice, nice,
had the aircon on.
Yeah, that'd be fucking nice.
You want to try effect? You just hope that Mr. Whippy comes past in the morning, hey. The fucking sub. I cut you off.
Oh, lost my train of thought. Yeah. Anyway, so but it's just the sub. There's no sub box, nothing. So it's like this is like step one of like a probably like a 4 or 5 step build. I guess.
Yeah,
It's not massive. So the other day I went in and bought the amp.
Yep.
They gave me a free towel. It's pretty cool. Well, they gave me a free amp. I just bought this really expensive towel.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yet to use the towel as well.
Yeah, lucky. And then next I'll have to get like a Redux set up and then like a massive caravan battery.
Oh, so you've got to create a one-way street for your power, so it doesn't drain the other one.
Well, I got a little. It's a Corolla, bro. Like, my battery's like that big.
If you unscrew the top of it, it's just a bunch of double A's all joined together.
Probably.
Yeah.
Not even D cells.
Yeah, man. You can plug that into a remote control car to work.
Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to finish. I got to do that. And I'm gonna like custom build this box, and then I'm gonna make sure that it fits in the Corolla. So I probably have to take backseat delete. I'll take that out.
Oh.
And then I'll probably have to get Dakota to sponsor me because there's no way I'm not shattering glass.
Yeah, man.
That thing turned out like windows down.
Why don't we just replace the glass with vents or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just Venetians. That would actually
just
be
Venetian
tough,
and
man.
no glass.
That would be fucking cool. That would be cool.
Fucking hell.
But all the way up until someone stole my sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, you just do like a more fucking sturdy Venetian, maybe like an aluminium Venetian, you know?
Yeah, it'd have to be lightweight though because can't like powder weight.
The powder weight's fucked as soon as you put the sub in there.
Yeah. Well, if I take the back seats, you're right. Yeah. Anyway, one thing.
Which way does the sub have to face? You gonna face? You can't face it backwards, can you?
It doesn't matter what way you face it. It's 19 inches of subwoofer, bro. It doesn't fucking matter.
The car's falling apart. It doesn't matter.
It's like you remember like back in the days at Exit when you like walked up to the sub there and would just stand in front of it.
Yes.
That, but in a car while you're moving at all times.
That's fucking nuts. I remember I used to have a mate who would stand there and almost get like what is it when you're like meditative with it?
Like in a trance.
Yeah.
Zombie on it.
Man, but I wonder if he's okay now. You know.
Probably can't hear, but
Bro, you okay? Huh?
What? That's having the Apple Watch that like pings every time that you hit the sound barrier.
Oh really?
It's got to the point now where like when I'm in the car and the sub's playing, I want to feel the hairs on my arm stand up, which I can only do when it's max, and I want to feel my nose tingle.
Yeah.
But I know it's really, really bad for my ears.
Terrible.
So I'm now at a point now like, want to go for a drive, want to play some bassy shit. Should I chuck in earplugs? And I think about that too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah. And if I'm driving home from work or whatever, I got some in my pocket, I'm slapping them in,
Man, putting in noise cancelling headphones would be the ultimate.
Oh yeah.
so you're playing your shit loud so that you can't hear it as loud.
It's
it's not for the sound,
bro.
it's for the feel.
Yeah, I'm only using it for the vibrations.
Man.
And that's what the bloke said to me when I bought the sub. And he goes, yeah, man, if you take it, because he says there's only one other one of these subs in WA.
Really?
Yeah, and he's like, if you comp this, man, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
And I was like, never even really thought about comping it.
Yeah.
Why are you buying it then? So I just really fucking hate my neighbours, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I'm buying it for me.
I need them to know who's boss.
Me.
Yeah.
Because the kids across the road that did the skid, they've got like a Civic, or something, and they've got the backyard jobby in there, and that's always bumping.
Yeah.
And then there's the bloke next to me. He's got in the back of his Navara, he's got the same deal, like little backyard jobby, and then I got my backyard jobby.
Yeah.
But mine's bigger. And then
you live around here, eh?
Over near the shops, Kerry Parkways.
That's wild.
Neighbours, bro.
That's fucking
That's why
wild.
I'm always so glad to come over because it's right here.
Man, that's like when GTM is happening in Bunbury and you're like, oh, I don't have to go to a fucking hotel and then drive home tomorrow.
Yeah, but also at the same time you're like, oh no, I live across the road from GTM. It's like that's pre and post material, man.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm half tempted to I don't even want to say it on the podcast,
Move for the weekend.
yeah. Well, no, even you remember? Did you come to the fucking Easter Sunday sesh last year?
Negative. I don't think so. No.
That was a ripper time. So I had shit for sale there and had artwork for sale and stuff at Lost Bills.
Oh yeah.
And we got a fucking room at the Lord Forest.
Yeah, just easier.
Yeah, dude. Ripping hot ones in the middle of that was sick.
Yeah.
You just like don't have to drive 5 kilometers.
Yeah.
Just like I'm just gonna go for a walk for half an hour.
It's such a short 5K, but
it is a short 5K, especially you got a beam scooter under you.
And the fact that they pushed that out so you get to the bird park, bro, game changer, revolutionary.
Oh, when did they change that?
Oh, a little while ago now.
Because we looked at it the other night thinking, oh yeah, we'll rip home on the beam scooters, and like the Kerry Park cutoff for here is like it's that far that you would still have to get an Uber home.
Yeah, I did it foolishly. I was like, oh, it's not that far, and I get it right half the way. So I got to the Big Swamp, which is pretty much the cutoff, like a block in from the Big Swamp.
Yeah.
Which is ironically where I lived before I bought my house. That would have been perfect back in the day. But yeah, and then it's still like a half hour, 40-minute walk to mine.
Yeah, that's rough.
But when you think about it, it's like 3 roads, But that road in the middle, man, that thing goes forever. That's like down past the trots and shit.
It's either that will feel like it goes in 3 minutes or 14 days, you know?
Bro. That's why you always need to be repping a fucking pair of blades, G.
I was actually thinking just before when you said, oh, it's this amount on foot, I'm like, it's about fucking a tenth of that on wheels.
Yeah, on blades, bro.
It's fucking
blades.
crazy.
When I was a kid, I used to rollerblade to school.
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah. And there was a big tree that was down at the bottom of the hill when I used to go, a big willow tree, and I used to grab onto a peppermint tree or whatever. I used to grab onto it because I didn't like want to break. Probably. Yeah. And rollerblading's cool as fuck, bro.
It's fucking weird, man, because like I had an interesting experience I'll tell you about in a second, but I'm really starting to understand that like I'm conveniently really good at something that it's cool, it's back in like fashion, hasn't quite reached Bunbury yet. It's not quite cool in Bunbury, the rollerblading and roller skating scene.
It's too niche.
But I really do think if I keep doing what I'm doing with my social skating twice a week and this roller disco that I'm hosting 29th of April at South's car park, it's going to start at 4 p.m. Come down, there's going to be food trucks, there's going to be a rink right in the middle of it, there's going to be skate hire, so if you don't have skates or blades, on the night you can just hire some and go have some fun. Be there. After that, we're going to see a real... Yeah, that was nuts, eh? I practiced that one in the mirror, but so... Right before I go to sleep and right when I wake up, not even lying, so...
Just in case you fall into it organically, just like then.
Man.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times during a conversation that'll just pop up and I need to have all the shit that's important and I need to have it in 3 sentences?
Yeah.
And at the end of it, they're like, oh, fuck, all right, yeah, cool. Now I know.
Nice.
Give me your email address. I'll send you the pitch. But I think after that, skating's really going to be... Like, you'll see a lot more people fashionably skating again.
Yeah. Which would be cool to see. And like I said to you before, the problem that I have with it is, like, you can buy a skateboard for $20, $50, like, depending on the quality of it.
Yeah.
But you get cheap ones, cheap, and it doesn't matter. But when it comes to rollerblades, you need them to fit your foot. And then when it comes, like, I've looked hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of money that it costs for a pair of rollerblades for something that's probably going to use maybe a couple of times a month, if that, it's just not worth the cost at the minute.
It's one of those hobbies, isn't it?
It's like, I kind of want to go to the skate rink and then just not get my shoes back, you know?
Yeah. I think I think I'm at the moment, I don't know why, but all of a sudden it's kind of crept into my mind that I want to learn how to roller skate. I don't know how to roller skate.
What do you mean?
At all. I know how to roller blade.
Oh, so like inline.
Yeah, the quads.
Blade is the quads.
Yeah.
Like skate is quads.
I kind of want to, skate is quads, blade is inline. So obviously, like, ex-professional speed skater, I was skating like every day of the school holidays for like fucking 6 years.
You know, whiplash word for word.
Bro, you kidding me?
Yeah.
And some of that, like, even like, I know all the like, I even did figure skating, you know, like, I'm like very well versed on blades, but just nothing on skates.
Yeah.
And watching these dudes, like the scene they have in America for it, for like these dance crews that dance on roller skates, I think it's one of those things that it's like, it's kind of like a dude who wants to become a makeup artist. You're like, I get it if that's what you're into, but it's just not my thing for most people. Yeah. This dancing on roller skates looks really fucking interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I think I can pull it off.
Yeah.
Fully. So I've started learning how to dance with this dude that I met at Fringe the other night. He's like holding these free dance coaching sessions out at Kumbana.
Okay.
So I went for the first time last night. It was all very new thoughts. I want to be good on quads for the roller disco, right?
Okay, yeah.
So now it's starting to be contextual, you know?
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the idea. I want to get influencers involved, and I mean, heaven forbid we get a fucking trend going.
Oh, I meant like hurry up because you know, like TikTok.
Oh
TikTok,
yeah.
Not like the multimedia platforming network, but you know that too.
It also
Obviously.
It works.
Advertising, bro.
Right. So I went down to this thing last night, and it's me and this other chick. Never met her before. This dude I've met twice, and like great dude for sure. And then I like realized we're like 2 or 3 minutes away from starting, and I'm like, oh cool. So there's some girls sitting over there, there's a whole group of people sitting here, there's a young chick sitting here who's got these 2 kids and that, and like I mean this because I realized that this is the most insecure point of my entire life.
Oh really?
Because I'm about to learn, like I can't dance to save my life, bro.
We're white, bro, we can't dance.
It's not in our genes.
I will unembarrassingly open up my YouTube history and it'll be how to crip walk,
Yeah.
how to gabba 40 times.
Yeah.
I've watched them so many times, can't do it, can't figure it out.
There's 23 million plays and it's like I'm responsible for a quarter of them.
Can't even like dust my shoe properly, man. I can't crip walk. It fucking sucks.
And the fucking like the sturdy dance.
Oh yeah, I've tried to get sturdy a couple of times. I fall over.
Bro, I watched the tutorial and I'm just like, I don't know what you're doing.
Get low.
Yeah, okay. I'm 6'4", bro.
Yeah, no, if your knee doesn't pop when you're going down,
Yeah.
you've already fucked it up.
Yeah, man. But I like realised, cool, I'm dead sober. It's a fucking Tuesday night and I'm at Kumbana Bay with 360 degrees of visibility of people seeing me. And I'm learning, like, it's not African dance, but it's based off Afro beats, which is African music.
Okay.
And it's like, cool, this is fucking horrifying. And I started doing it. And you know what's crazy? Like, I couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mum about it on the phone and I said, you know, I realised this as I was telling you. I said, you know what? It's kind of a rush.
Yeah.
It's weird, man, because you're just like, I know I can't do this.
Do you think it was the dancing that did it for you, or like just like being in the spotlight?
It's the fucking actively doing something that's uncomfortable for the first time. It's understanding that the first draft of anything is shit. Like if you're learning how to dance in a public setting, you have full license to not know how to dance. That's why you're there.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's more embarrassing when you got to do something cool in the middle of the dance floor at Fitzy's at 1 o'clock on a Saturday and you don't pull it off.
Yeah, especially if you hype yourself up heaps for it.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
You get the circle happening.
Hyping yourself up for a bass drop that you miss, bro. That's just good to the ankle, man. That's toe on the coffee table shit. That hurts.
Bro, that's your parents splitting up while you're overseas.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ. By the way, Mum, it's a fucking joke. I'm kidding. Like, that's what happened, but it's all right. I've fucking dealt with it, you know?
Sure, it's not your fault, bro.
No, it wasn't my fault. They stayed together for me. If anything, I fucking...
Made it worse.
No, no. No. No, I'm not going to dissect that on the podcast, but like, I definitely... That's the shit that's missing is like in today's society is people fucking realizing that their marriage isn't about them. Their relationship isn't about them. It's about creating enough good values and morals between you so that when you bring the next generation into this world, you're passing on some valuable fucking info to work with, you know? And like, that's what my parents did for me. Up until I was 18, I was out of the house. I was a fucking professional athlete. Like, okay, he's figured it out. He's figured out enough. He can make decisions for himself.
He just get it out.
Oh, pop it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So... I think that's like really commendable because they kept a stable relationship and household and environment and atmosphere right up until I'd gone to another country and was living in another country. And then they're like, but yeah.
Fair enough. Did it for the kids.
Yeah, the kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fucking...
Good on them. Really?
Yeah.
But what is that? So back to the dancing. Because I want...
Yeah.
So,
this isn't a counselling couch, bro. Just get back to the fucking story.
You're down.
In my mind, I am.
How long were you dancing there for? About an hour
Like,
or so?
like 45 minutes.
Was it a class? Or was he just like, coming down to the beach, bro? Like, I'll show
Yeah,
you
no. He teaches dancing.
Okay.
Yeah, and like he had a speaker there and like...
Oh, yeah.
I fully expressed my interest in joining something. He's like, well, I'm doing this thing. You should come down. Tell your friends. I put a post up on Black Ink.
Yep.
And yeah, he ended up... Yeah, we just went down there. And it wasn't until I got there and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know how to dance.
Yeah.
You know? And then especially when you're looking around like, oh, I know this person, that group of teenagers down there, I know they're fucking laughing at me.
Yeah.
And it's weird because when we were done, someone from that group, the whole time in the back of your mind, you're like, they're laughing. They're like, oi, get a lot. You know, that's what you're saying to yourself. And one of these kids came up and he's like, this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen.
Well, that's what you want to happen too. Like in your head, if you're not full of like social anxiety, like everyone's going to see it and everyone's going to want to join in.
Yeah.
Like complete opposite end.
Well, that's what he was saying because he said at the end of the class, like, what's some feedback? I said, you know, I'm definitely going to come back and do this. Can we do it somewhere less public? He's like, nah, man, people will come and join us. Watch.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. While we were doing it, 2 people did come and join us.
Yeah, right.
Like, it wasn't like full on, like it was just one old bloke going like, yeah.
Still getting in there, but...
He was doing the thing, you know? It's like, fuck, that's... Imagine if there was 6 of us down there all dancing. You might have someone who's sitting in that group over there be like, nah, fuck it, I'm going to go.
Yeah. Well, you know, like, it's probably better that you do know someone. People, like, you know, like brand recognition too. So that's the guy from Black Ink. I want to go dance with the guy from Black Ink. Do you find a lot of that?
It's definitely, it gets weirder the longer time goes on.
Yeah.
The conversations, the interactions where like people... Like I had a lady the other day at, I don't think she's old enough to constitute as a lady. I had a chick the other day come up to me during F45.
Yeah.
And she's like, I fucking know where I recognise you from. You're Black Ink.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I sure am. I'm fucked at the moment. So just,
yeah.
You know. But it's funny because I know that from her perspective in that moment, it'd be like, oh, you're the guy. Yeah. I know who you are now.
Bro, you're him.
Yeah, it's like when you're like, who is it? Oh, it's Noel Brunning. He's on the fucking news, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Local
I get...
celebrity type of spec.
Yeah.
Without saying it.
Oh yeah, I don't want to like...
Blow smoke up your own ass.
But yeah, I'm a fucking big deal in Bunbury. Who cares?
People know you for Black Ink, they don't know you for like Jake Kerr.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like when I say I'm like doing this with Jake or like whatever with Jake.
Yeah.
It's not like with Jake. It's like with like Jake from Black Ink. Like,
yeah.
It's always like it's the hand. Like the hand. It's the same as Hedgehog Man. Like, you know what I mean? Like the handle comes like the persona. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the character.
Yeah.
For sure.
And after being on that podcast for that one episode, I didn't think that it was going to be like, oh, you know, like I'm no Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You know? But there was one instance where I was at Froth having a beer with a couple of my mates, and someone across the table was like, I watched your podcast. And I
wow.
from that. And then all the boys went up. He's like, fucking Joe Rogan over here, boys.
That's classic.
But, but not only did they saw it, they didn't know me, they recognised me, and then they went out of their way to introduce themselves and say
that's
they
nuts.
enjoyed it. Like, I like this specific bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now even talking to people that are being introduced to through other people. It's like, this is Gage. And they're like, oh, I don't know who he is. He's like, oh, he's from Black Ink. Like, I'm sure you've seen his car.
That's fucking. I think you may have been the first person, because you've told me this, that people go like, oh, you're working with or working for or work. Yeah, like with Black Ink sort of thing.
Black Ink by association.
Yeah, and now I'm like, it's funny because I'm finding that people. This is like how much of a short attention span people really have, because like, I don't know, I technically look at things and go like, oh, that's he's using him as an influencer sort of thing, and the props that he has to market this particular thing.
Yeah.
But like, people are just like, oh, Gage and Jake must be in business together now, because they see the two. They see you're doing something for Black Ink, so you're now involved. And because I do so many things with so many different people, I hear that a lot of people now think that like I just keep grabbing people and pulling them into my business, where it's like, realistically, I'm just highlighting their business and my business at the same time.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's fucking cool.
I have no business.
Oh yeah, you fucking...
Business being cool, that's it.
Yeah, you're a local legend, you know?
Just a guy.
Just a dude.
I'm just a guy, and I think that's important too. It's just a guy.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah, it's crazy how many people think they can't do it, and it's like, but you got all the same stuff as me.
Yeah, everyone's got an iPhone that can record.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking after I finished the podcast. I was like, maybe I should do a podcast, because 100 times people have told me, man.
Yeah.
I've heard it. I get Theo Von references a lot.
Yeah, you've definitely got that, like, you know how Theo Von's got that dialogue that only makes sense to himself? Like, it only makes sense when he does it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've definitely got that ability. Like, you've got so many, like, inside references with yourself that can that contextually work.
Yeah.
You're just like, I've never heard that before. I'm sure you made it up, and I fucking completely understand straight away what you mean. Yeah.
But when you're like you don't want to be referenced to as another comic, though. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be your own stand-up person.
Oh yeah, stylistically you're your own person, but I can see you have that the same uniqueness.
Yeah.
That Theo has.
Something that's always bowled my piss, man, is when like if I'm similar to someone, and you know, the best example I had was with Ezra. Me and Ezra just dropped a new track, Get Around It.
Oh yeah, it goes hard too.
It does go hard. Before I met him, all my mates had met him and they loved him, and they were like, dude, you and Ezra are so alike, bro, you're going to love him. And that made me not want to like him. Yeah, you know
true.
What I mean? But then I remember when we did finally meet, it was me and him and like 10 other people around like a fire in the backyard. Yeah. And no one else could get a word in.
Yeah,
and
true.
We hit it off like that because we were so similar, but don't fucking tell me who and who not to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so true, man.
That was it almost like I was committed to not liking him just because other people said that I would.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I know exactly what you mean. Have we ever been in the same situation, us three?
Never been around each other, I don't think.
Because like I definitely I fucks with Ezra. I really like spending time with Ezra.
He's a fucking good dude, man.
He's just one of those dudes where like you can continuously have a conversation that turns from silly to real to silly to real, go off on a tangent, make up a story together.
And his references, dude, are out of control. Like you got to always be on with him like that.
Yeah, he's just got that comic fucking.
He's quick. Oh, I don't even think you realised. Listen out, this year, you were sitting around waiting for something to happen, and you were like, "Oh, I'll do the rounds," and you called Ezra. I can't remember what he said now. He answered the phone and he goes, "Oh, Jake, what's going on, bro?" And you were like, "Not much, man. What are you up to?" And I can't remember what he said, but you had a quick little chat, rah. Like, all right, cool, see you later. And then that was the end of the conversation. And then probably about 45 minutes later, you called me, and I said the exact same thing that he said. Yeah. And you didn't realize, but he realized, and that was like a thing that we had going.
Oh god,
and you were a part of, and you didn't even notice.
That's fucking cool.
Because it was fuck, man. It was like a generic response, but just so unique that if you were paying attention, you would have picked up on it. Yeah. I'm mad that I fucking can't remember now.
That's hilarious because I fucking really would have appreciated that on the day.
Yeah, I know he did, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love that. There's only one thing better than that, and that's when you do a joke just for you.
Dude, I had this come up just the other day. It was like a late night shift where I was at work, and it was pissing down with rain, and I had to rebuild a tank head, so I've got like a bit of private time. Yeah. In the workshop, my offside I went to go do a shit, and I'm like, all right, cool, man, I'll be here. Had my music playing out loud. Phil Collins' Son of Man comes on. Great track. It's a great track.
Timeless.
And I had to get a bit monkey to it, man. And I guess I lost track of time. He's come back in, and I'm hunkered over on my hands and knees and banging on my chest, going like,
Why not?
And he's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? And I was like, bro, it's Phil Collins. I'm going monkey. You know what I mean? He's like, good fucking song. And he's like, are you recording? I'm like, no. And he's just like, so you just did that for you? I'm like, yeah, dude. And that
That's fucking
like,
brilliant, hey?
there's so many things. I've actually been looking forward to talk to you about this for a while. That there's little things that I do to fuck with other people just for myself.
Yeah, bro.
Like one of my greatest examples is when I still write a shopping list on
Yeah.
a piece of paper, and whenever I write it down, I write it deliberately wrong. So like tuna, T-O-O-N-A. I'm talking broccoli with 2 G's. Chicken titty double D-Y. Like cheese is chess.
Yeah.
Like I read it and I know
Chess,
it.
yeah.
Onion, O-N-Y-U-N. Like it's retarded. Like it's bad.
And you always got to leave it somewhere in the
When
trolley.
I finish with my shopping trolley, I scrunch up, I put it in the trolley.
Oh.
And I hope, like there's an off chance that someone sees it, grabs it, picks it up and just thinks, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I do that, I do it for me and I do it for them.
Oh, and you never know.
That's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
a gift.
Yeah, that's like just dropping 50 out of your wallet and just going, it's gone.
Well,
you know?
Yeah.
Someone's going to have a great day now.
Well, I just hope that someone does. Like, I'm sure that someone's picked it up and like, what fucking,
It's
brick-headed fuck is shopping
No,
here?
that's the best thing. Like, it's funny if someone picks it up and is like, get a fucking load of this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
even better if some old person is like, this is what's wrong with the world.
Yeah,
you know?
like, there's no bad outcome for that.
Yeah.
That's why I love doing it.
Bitch, get off your high fucking broccoli, would you?
Yeah, broccoli. Another thing that I do.
Broccoli's great.
Another one is whenever I go to the toilets, whenever I'm in a urinal or a trough, I always take the middle one.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't know why, it just fakes guys out. And I started doing it with just like my friends like Pez and stuff, but now I just do it all the time. I just instinctively always go middle.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's,
Yeah.
especially if it's empty.
Everyone else is an NPC, eh?
Yeah, man, because they'll come in and they'll either wait for you to finish,
Yeah.
or they'll go to a stall. It's seldom that they ever come in next to you.
Yeah.
There's one time I remember I'd done it, and this guy would have been like 6'4", bro, built like a brick shit house. He was massive.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle. He's like brushed me with his lat as he's come in and the urinals. It's not a trough. Like he was massive, bro. This is a big guy, and he's reached into his pants to pull out his fucking guinea pig cock.
Yeah.
He's called my bluff. I panicked, man. I put my dick back in my pants. Didn't even finish pissing. Like legitimately squirted, and then I left. I went home. I was like, fuck, he wins.
I was just waiting for you to be like, I know it's skinny, but it's really long.
Yeah. No, not a word was said. I was like, no, I lose. That's it. I'm out.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
But that's the only time I folded, bro. But I folded so quick.
Man, you want to have that Jack Russell mentality. Like, you fucking right? You
Start
got me all shy now. Oh, god damn. You know, he can't even like wrap his full fingers around it. You know what I mean?
like guinea pig, bro.
Yeah.
Like, 2 hands on that. That was fucking hilarious.
That's
And
awesome.
even as I'm leaving, like I've just pissed myself basically. I'm still laughing. Like, this is fucking hilarious. But that's like good on him. I wanted to shake his hand, but they were both busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then when you do get the handshake, and you're like, it's almost wet. It's not, but it's like, is there a grime
It's
on
like
your hand?
clammy or something.
Yeah,
Built
yeah,
up. Yeah.
bro.
Fuck that guy.
That's awesome.
I love that shit.
I love the like feeling of inadequacy you get when you don't suss out those last like. You think it's like 3 drops. You're like, it was the last quarter of my piss.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but that's like people that just pull their dick out. You got a dick and balls. It has to be dick and balls.
Yeah.
Otherwise it pinches and then you drop some.
It's funny. I've only like kind of got that technique down in the past, like probably like 2 years. Ever since owning a business, actually, it kind of coincided with that because it was like around the time we're living in a caravan. But like one day I figured out, I'm like, oh, you can kind of like just push your your tidy whities down with your spare 3 fingers sort of thing and create that like nice friction free, nothing pressing up against that pipe work.
Yeah.
So you can get it all out. But if you don't do that, shit's a joke, man.
There's like literally half a piss left in there.
Yeah, I think
Crazy.
your urethra actually does like a spiral inside you and then goes to your bladder.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that way, if you do have a little bit of a kink in the pipe work, all the shit that's left in the spiral, half the
Yeah,
piss,
yeah.
then comes
And
out.
then it just oozes out. You come out with so much force to start with, and then
Yeah.
it just drips.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh.
Fuck.
You're like, bro,
Reset-
serious?
I was doing so well, like that 20 years, haven't pissed my pants. Fucking start again.
Yeah. Yeah, so now I've got to really concentrate on it. And the fuck part is like, it's never enough to like breach to your pants. It's just enough to let you know you're like, I've got heaps of piss in my
Just
underwear.
enough so when you take them off at night, you get that piss pong.
Oh, bro. Oh, man. Yeah, but that's growing up, you know. That's what turning 30 actually is. You like lose your metabolism and piss your pants more
Well,
often.
it's funny that you like waited till 30 to finally figure out how to piss, because you probably only get like another 20, 30 years to be able to utilize it, and then it'll just be, in the bag, in the catheter, whatever.
That also has its pros, you know what I mean? A lot of people are like, oh, I hate to end up with a bag. I'd hate to fucking, lose my voice box to cancer, whatever. It's like everything comes with it. One door opens, one door closes.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose your, like, you get one of those fucking larynxes, then you can sing all the dubstep songs perfectly.
True, word for word.
Yeah, and you can do the intro to Transformers. And
Yeah.
the outro. That's actually pretty tough.
I'm not familiar with the outro.
Where Optimus Prime sends the call out to all the Autobots.
Oh.
Powerful, bro. Powerful stuff.
That is, yeah, that's first date material. Wild.
I fuck with Transformers so fucking hard, bro.
Transformers is funny because it really is like a... Oh, actually, no, I heard a good one yesterday about, like, you know, every kid's into garbage trucks. Like,
Yeah.
not every kid, every little boy loves garbage trucks.
Yeah.
And, like, the way to tell if they're autistic is if they're into trains. Like,
Yeah.
typically autistic... And, like, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's like...
They just love trains, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's something about a Transformer that speaks to that garbage truck train mentality where you're just like, wait, it's one thing and then it changes into a full, like, robot. And it's like, yeah, bro.
It's both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's both one and the other, depending on how it feels at the time.
We used to have, like, if you were a Transformer, what would your name be? And what would be your special power? And it's a pretty big one to spring on you right now, but...
Oh, Bazooka Jake, for sure.
Yeah.
And, what's your power? I thought it was
Yeah.
like, what car would you be, or what piece of transport? What would my power be? Oh, bro, I just like have heaps of like witty remarks.
Yeah. Just quips.
I'll be huge, but fuck, I'll be funny, bro.
Like dog shit in a fight.
Oh yeah. I'm not for fighting, bro.
That's just the commentator.
I might be the commentator.
Commentator.
Yeah, dude.
Bazooka Jack, the commentator.
I just have a really unique way of opening the fights. You know, it's like a similar to Get Ready to Rumble or Are You Ready, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like I would have my own one of those, but it'd be funny, bro. It'd be funny. It'd be powerful, and then at the end you'd have a giggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would yours be?
Transmissionary.
Brilliant.
Special power would be free drinks on ladies' night.
Free drinks on ladies' night, bro. I didn't realise we were fucking.
Well, bro.
That's nuts.
I'm just, well, you know, get it where you can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and when you do, get it properly too. That's a thing, man. I've found this is a bit of a segue, but I found like lately I've been really like adapt to opportunities. Like I'm trying to be more aware of opportunities as they come up, and then when you get these opportunities, like fully do them. Like fully, don't just like, oh, I got given this golden egg from God. Now I'm gonna like not eat it. You know.
Yeah.
And it's like the dancing thing. It's like, you know, it's literally in my goals that I wrote down a month ago now.
Yeah.
For this year's like, I want to learn how to dance. You meet the guy at the Fringe Festival. Even getting to the Fringe Festival was this whole fucking journey of like, I was going to go there. And then by the time I got there, it was like fucking on the opening night because I saw, you know, Jason the mayor was down there. I thought, oh, there's someone that I can go say hello to. And I'm sure I know other people there. So I go there by myself. Yeah. I get out the front. I bitch out. You know what I mean? I can't go in there by myself.
No, bro.
The fuck? And like, this is, I mean... Everyone sees that, you know, the podcast and all the shit that I do and all that. So you'd think that would be not a big deal. It's a fucking huge deal. I'm still just a person, you know?
Yeah.
So I like didn't go and just instead ran a clinic through town doing wheelies, letting everyone know what's up. And then was on my way home and I like see these posters on the ground and these business cards. What the fuck? So I look at the poster. It's for the Multicultural Festival. I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm doing some poster design. So I like spent some time looking at that. And like, as I said, I looked around. I'm like, there's all these business cards on the ground. So I look at them and they're Fringe drink cards.
Yeah.
And there's 4 free drinks per card. I'm like, there's like fucking $100,000 worth of free drinks on the ground here.
Yeah.
So I collect them all up. I called Jo O'Day, who runs the fucking Fringe. She also runs a Multicultural Festival. I had her around here to get her advice on what I should do with the roller jam, what direction I should take it, because she's an events organizer. So I like called her. I'm like, hey, it's Jake from Black Ink. She's like, who? Like, roller jam. She goes, oh, Jake, how are you? I said, I've got all these posters and cards. She's like, really? We have no idea where they fucking went. I had them on the top of my car and they're blown off.
Oh, you're joking.
Bring them back.
Yeah.
So as the crow flies, I'm about 700 meters away. So I ride back and end up fucking meeting her at the front. I'm asking her all these questions and she's like, let's just go for a tour around, you know, questions to do with event sort of stuff.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, you know, that person made that. Here's how this works. Here's how that, rah, rah, rah. And then while I'm there, I end up running into this dude. I went to speak to Nosh Boy, the DJ, and there's this bloke out the front of the decks and he's talking. So I get talking to him and he's like, yeah, I'm a dancer. And I said, oh, I'm a skater, I guess. He goes, oh, I've wanted to learn how to skate. I said, I wanted to learn how to dance.
Perfect.
So then he goes, the conversation continues online the next day and he's like, look, I'm going to be doing this at this time, Tuesday, 7 o'clock, come down and join in. And it's like, okay, go do it. Just say yes. Rock up. Then when you rock up, realize how fucking scared you are of doing it. Don't let that be a reason to not fully give yourself to this experience.
Yeah.
Don't half do this now that you're here. You've actually done the hard part. You found the plug. You're doing the thing.
Yeah.
You're now here. Don't just kind of sway around. Like, put your fucking soul into it. Dance like no one's watching. You know? And I just feel like a lot of people, well, people say to me in general, like, obviously I do a lot. I've got a lot of shit going on. I don't let a fucking opportunity go past me. That's all it is. I'm not out there looking for shit. Even the roller disco. Someone came to me with the bare bones of it and said, you should do this. And I was like, fuck, you know what?
Just falls in your lap, eh? But that's only from being so productive, but...
Oh, yeah.
Just a bit, because you're always flat tack.
The more productive you are, the luckier you get. The more opportunity shows up, you know?
Yeah, it's like when you're a millionaire, that's when everything becomes free, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a very similar fucking... Is that a paradox? Or more...
I don't know.
More of an analogy, I think.
Not a paradox.
No, paradox is when it's the other way around. Yeah, nah.
Ultimate impossible would be a paradox, whereas that would be something different. I don't know, I'm not good with analogies. Dude, that actually, sorry to cut you off, but that's another thing that I love doing is I love deliberately getting like normal sayings and stuff wrong on purpose, just to see how people react.
Yeah, it's great.
Like if you trick someone, oh man, they fell for it, hook, line and sphincter. Stuff like that, two birds will both get stoned.
Yeah.
Like anything that you can deliberately fuck up to piss someone off, I'm all about it.
That's, and watch them implode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I see if they pick up, and then if they say something, and then like stand your fucking ground, like be ignorant. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Oh, I made it to 30 getting it wrong this whole time.
Yeah, I don't fucking like. You're the first person to tell me that I'm wrong in 30 years. You're an idiot.
I got done the other day with someone doing this to me.
Oh yeah.
Larissa told me that I've been pronouncing the word plait wrong.
The word what? Plait.
Plait. When you plait your hair.
So it's plate.
Bro, she didn't tell me how it was pronounced. She just said that and left it, and I was like, haha, you're not gonna get me.
Oh no, dude.
Bro, she sown a seed into my mind that fucking undid me for a couple days until I Googled how it's pronounced, and I was like, oh, she fucking got me.
So you were right the whole. How else would you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Oh, dude,
that's the
so
thing.
Fucking good.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
She's like, oh, do you know how it's actually said? I'm like, nah. And then she goes, figure it out. You know, like she didn't say that, but she said it with the way she dealt with it.
That's diabolical.
The part that fucking hurts me the most is I know that she didn't even mean to set it up that well. Yeah. She just coincidentally fell into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then that's 3 days of your life gone.
Bro, you and me are like artists when it comes to this shit, and she's just like accidentally like fucking stung me.
Like instant semi-pro.
God damn it. But yeah, fucking kudos to her.
Yeah, that's tough.
You know, apparently I gotta make dinner now.
You lost the pants, bro.
Nah, she's Riz is funny as fuck. It's funny. She is funny as fuck. She's rare, man. Chicks normally aren't that funny, but she just like gets silly with it.
I'm glad that you said that. Like women funny, and like actually that's such a distinction too. When someone's like, oh, like funny for a girl sounds like such like a misogynist thing to say, but funny for a girl is a massive compliment.
It's huge.
Like, even if you don't even mean that into it, it's like, oh, she's just funny. Like not even girl funny. Like they're just funny.
Yeah,
that's massive.
Yeah, she's got she's just got it, and like I think. Actually, I heard a really interesting theory. I'll rewind. Someone told me about how they perceived something they heard on a podcast. Okay. The podcast was Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan. And then I went and listened to the podcast and then realized what part of it they were talking about and then kind of took what they said and what Jordan Peterson said on the podcast. And like, it kind of clicked a whole bunch of stuff because they kind of expanded on it. So if you listen, I'm only saying that because if you listen to the Jordan Peterson podcast and you'll appreciate that I'm kind of one, paraphrasing, and two, building a bit on top of it. But he basically said like women in general nowadays don't really ever have good relationships with men because men have this tendency, and I know this is true because I've up until this relationship am very guilty of this. You replace confidence with like almost perceived competence, and instead of controlling situations, you have more of a tendency to subconsciously try and control your situation, which in real terms is like controlling her. I'm not saying that I controlled women, but I definitely had a weakness that was like, I would almost have them believe that I could do everything that needed to be done so that I was the powerful one in the house. It was like a power play sort of thing.
That. Like, I can do this, like that's easy.
Yeah, and it's like,
look at it.
Now I want to believe that I have a confidence that if something goes wrong, I can fix that problem. You know, no matter what happens, I've got it. It's all good. And I don't know everything, but I know enough about problem solving and myself that whatever comes up, I can address that and I can probably get us out of that. And it's funny because that relationship that women have, and I completely understand how that happens over and over. Like you can have 5 boyfriends between 16 and 30 and all of them just be dropkick after dropkick after dropkick, because all these guys nowadays are coming from broken homes. They don't have good father figures. They don't understand what's valuable and what's important and what they should be doing and when they should be walking away and when they should be helping, and don't give yourself up straight away sort of thing. But the idea here is that women have this bad relationship all the time, and then they get pregnant and they have a son, and then they coddle that son and they try and like, this is my man, I'm trying to, not my man, but this is the man in my life that
he's going to be the man of my dreams,
that I can have a good relationship with. And they get coddled and they get babied and they get protected from the world, and then that son ends up having like what do you call it when you not rebut, when you revolt against your parents sort of thing, and then this thing kind of replicates itself, and then you've got men out in the world that are creating these terrible situations with women because they had a weird relationship with their mother, because their mother was trying to recover from the relationships they had with the people in their past.
Mummy issues making daddy issues, making mummy issues, like a fucking...
And it's like the snake eats its tail.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that helps me understand the relationships that I had a bit better. Mm-hmm. And it also like helps me understand the relationship that I have with myself a bit better, because it's like, oh, I was definitely like... Because this is the thing, I didn't come from a broken family. I don't have I feel like I've got fairly good values and like character assets and traits. But at the same time, I still had to go through a massive learning process of there's not a power play in a relationship. The idea is that you're doing something together. Yeah. It's not you doing something and them tagging along, it's you doing that. And I still struggle with that today. So it's almost like a relief to know that A, that's human, and B, that's happening on it. It's a relief for me personally. It's horrible for the world, but it's happening on such a mass scale that it's like you can almost give yourself a little bit of a you're a piece of shit, but everyone's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's okay because everyone's doing it.
It's part of a bigger thing that you actually kind of got pulled into, and you're just kind of being reactionary to it now.
I guess so. But I guess so. But it's taken you 30 years to realise that as well.
That's the whole thing though. Everyone's born with no information. It's not your job to know all this shit when you're young and live a perfect life. The idea is to keep on growing and learning, and to be I had this yesterday with Riz, we had a bit of a butting of heads, and she told me a truth about myself that in the moment I really didn't want to hear, and I wanted to fight back and say that's not true, and I thought about it. I'm like, she's fucking right. I'm horrible at this thing.
And then it makes you even angrier, the self-realization that you're wrong as well, on top of being insulted like that.
But dude, that's the cheat code to life, is realizing that she gave you the answer to a question that you didn't realize you needed to be asking, and now you've got it. So just don't be emotionally attached to the piece of information. Change, progress, move on, get better. You're gonna have more problems pop up. Don't let that one pop up again.
Yeah.
That's powerful, bro.
That is.
If you can be porous to your environment and learn these things in real time and change your life and change your character to better suit the life that you're going to live, what the fuck other option is there once you realise you can do that?
Dude, if you can't take in criticisms, then you know what I mean? Because no one's perfect at everything, but if you can't take criticisms, then that's your biggest flaw. It doesn't matter how bad you do anything. If you can't take criticism, then that's your biggest flaw. Yeah. No matter what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no growth without some sort of criticism.
Well, yeah, because there's always that. Yeah, that's good, but or yes and or you need to be doing this instead of that. And that across the board with fucking anything.
Yeah.
You need to be able to be okay, cool, and then learn from that.
I think also sometimes you think, well, even look at relationships, man. It's kind of interesting. The first 6 weeks you're taking off, you're pulling sick days, and you're doing.
Spend every minute together.
Anything that you can to spend as much time with that person.
Every night.
Every night.
Yeah. I know
yeah, bro, and just bro, it's crazy. You find shit out. You're I didn't know I could have sex 6 times in fucking 12 hours, but I can. You know
that I can't.
Oh yeah,
I don't know that much about myself.
Sometimes you learn that, But you have that, and then the glue's really sticky at that point, really sticky. And then all of a sudden at 3 months, you're we got to get back to normal routine. And 6 months, maybe you move in together, and then 2 years down the track, you're just working 8 to 10 hour jobs. You see your workmates more than you see them, and then you start experiencing. This isn't just my experience. This is my experience and what I've witnessed with other people as well. But it's all of a sudden. You're oh, this person isn't who I thought they were. It's because you're growing in different directions. Yeah. And you're expecting this unrealistic, you're expecting what you had at the start. I was so in love. It's everyone's hell in love at the start.
Some people hold it forever, bro.
I think some people exercise it forever. I think that's what it is.
They always put in the effort because they always get the same back. But you know, like one day when they want to be playful and you're trying to be serious, and that's the first strike, you know, and then that's where the first fracture comes. Some people never have that. Some people can always just turn it back on.
I think like I know. I even had it today. You know, I was in the middle of doing some shit, and like one thing you don't ever do with an artist, which I consider myself in these moments, is interrupt them. And I got hit with like, oh, what do you want to have for dinner? And it's just like, are you fucking serious? I'm trying to build an empire. You know? And like I mean that in a joking way, but I mean it in the same way as well.
You need to take it seriously like you are building an empire, because you know it's business.
Right?
Yeah.
But do you know what's more important than building an empire? Is making sure that the concrete it's built on is hard.
Yeah, it's all about the foundation.
So, what are the options for dinner? Let's go. Okay. Would you want some healthy? Like that's what you have to do. That's being in love. Being in love is putting and like I'm not good. I'm not great at this. I'm not good at this. I exercise it. I practice it. I'm trying to be a good partner. I'm trying to be good in love. But the idea is like you say some people like never lose it. I think you get to a point where some people are just like, nah, I fucks with this person, so I'm gonna do what it takes to make this work. And that doesn't mean like people think when you say like I'm gonna do what it takes to make it work, it's like, oh, we're gonna get through any fight that we have. It's like no. I'm going to get through every moment that I have with this person. I'm going to make sure that it's as positive as possible. That when she's telling me shit I don't want to hear, I don't just yell back at her. I go like, okay,
just take it.
Yeah, even if you're not right, even if you're not correct right now, I'll listen to you and I'll think about it and I'll process it. And more importantly, if you are right, I'll make the change. You know?
Yeah.
Because like we're all just a big block of concrete yet to be fucking sculpted away to the final product.
Chiseled into stone, baby. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I suppose that's a good angle to have, but I'm probably not there yet, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having fun at the minute. Like, I'm having fun being selfish. I'm having fun picking fights.
Yeah, man.
And I'm fucking good at it. Like quick with a quip, bro. Like I'm quick with a fucking insult as well.
Yeah.
And like one of the things that I've found that I'm really fucking good at is I'm able to identify someone's insecurity and then I'm able to exploit it about them as a joke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
that's brilliant.
So it's like hook, line, and sphincter, man. Like the old bait and switch. It's like boom, found the insecurity, attacked it, and now we're laughing.
Yeah.
And when you're mad at someone and they're doing that,
bro,
you're
like looking around for shit you can hit them with. Yeah, there's a keyboard over there.
I had one of the old ladies up the road from my house. Like a couple of weeks after I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, was walking past. I was at the front cutting down a tree, and she's like, "What's going on? How are you?" Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And she's like, "Oh, like, what were you and old mate arguing about the other day?"
Yeah.
And she was like 50 minutes away.
Hell yeah.
And we were inside. And the doors were closed. And I was like, "Oof, you heard that, huh?" And she was like, "Yeah, what happened?" And I was like, "Told her I didn't love her anymore."
Yeah, that'll
do it.
Yeah, bro, that will do it.
Yeah, but if I had known I had an audience, bro, I would have said more. You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny, like, you know, you probably have grown out of this as I've grown out of it. I know a few people who are around our age and haven't grown out of it. But as a pup, you definitely have that, like, I've got an audience, so I'm going to add a little bit of flair. A little bit of, there's no drama there's no theatre in not giving it a bit of fucking spice.
Yeah, I just love making people laugh.
Yeah, true.
Even now, I just love having an audience.
Yeah.
And that's like this, like the first time you asked me to be on the podcast, I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I love monologuing and I love talking about myself. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a trifecta. Yeah.
So maybe I'm not where you are, like with the whole like audience, because I still love to showboat. I love.
Oh no, Riz is home. She's poked her head around the corner and the door's locked. She's just gonna sit outside until we're done now. That's fucking true love, bro.
That is love, bro.
Yeah.
No,
I don't want to interrupt.
Making an empire. You're in there making a fucking empire.
Don't let me interrupt the empire building.
Yeah,
okay.
Be like a bit
hey, Mr. Empire, how are we? Oh, yes sir, no sir. Empire more sir.
Dictatorship my ass, bro.
That's the sort of
Caesar
shit
over here.
Bro, that's the sort of shit she would do to me too.
Yeah.
You know.
You have to.
There is nothing better than being pulled apart by someone that you can literally kill with your bare hands. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly what I was talking about there. Like the insecurity, like attacks it, and then as a joke. You know?
Yeah.
Mr. Empire.
Man, it's fucking brilliant. I should just like definitely clarify. Like I don't have any violent tendencies toward. Bro, you know I had to fucking delete the podcast I did with Ezra because I made a joke about bashing Riz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro.
So it's gone?
Yeah, I listened back to it not long after I posted it and I was like, oh my God, he didn't laugh at it, so it's not funny. It just sounds like I'm
it's violent. It's a cry for help.
Yeah.
That's premeditated right there, bro. That.
Oh. So there's a disclaimer, and Riz will back this up. I don't what am I even saying right now? I don't hit women. You know what I mean?
You have to delete this one now too, man.
Yeah.
Don't even post it.
No, we'll just put a big block. No, I'll still post it, but just this bit here, I'll just put a continuous like.
Oh, the long beat.
Yeah, so it's got me being serious, and then you like.
Just ad-lib it instead.
Oh.
Like, so your voice audio. And this part here, we were just talking about something so silly and funny that you guys probably wouldn't get. But if you were there in the moment, you totally would have gotten it.
Tee ha ha ha.
Anyway, and then just go straight back in like raw footage from here. You know what I mean?
I should dub it with an Asian voice.
Oh.
That's it. But oh no, I can't. That's fucking.
That's racist, bro. You
bro,
can't do that.
I'm racist.
Just find like an old ad, like the VB ad, old VB ad, with music and everything. Just run it straight through.
That's perfect.
Something like that.
That is perfect.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to like if the show's ever sponsored, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Even looking at the calendar that you gave me, I've seen like not sponsored, but whatever it said with, and then you had all your brands and stuff. You'd bit like that's a fucking good start, you know. It's cool to see.
It's interesting because like that. So that was Dynamic, windscreen and tint, Century Batteries, Blade Cartel, Zephyr, Biggie Burgers, Mick Waters, and Direct Warehousing and Logistics from Queensland. It's business from Queensland.
Oh wow, that's cool.
But yeah, they so they all sponsored it, and the structure of that was when I had the coffee van that had 3 doors on the back. One of those doors, I had 6 advertising positions on that I would change every 6 months for $500 a piece. So it's like you had fucking $3,000 arrive every 6 months, just for nothing essentially.
Not being able to see out the rear window.
But the like this is one of those things where like, you know, we look at it like it's for fucking nothing. That car drove around Monday to Friday, guaranteed between 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. all through Bunbury. Yeah. And also, it's not just the and this is the thing, it's the marketing plus, right? So yeah, everyone sees it while you're driving around, you got that brand recognition, but you get to know me personally. And you're like, yeah, I support Jake. I fuck with Jake. I buy coffee 2-3 times a week off Jake. And it's not that I'm doing it just for the coffee. It's that I'm doing it to support this young bloke doing this thing. Yep. You as a business who sponsors the van is actually someone who is showing everyone else, I support this young bloke. Yeah. You know? So it's quite and like, I find like that way of interpreting it is what, like, even with my roller jam now, I'm not getting companies to sponsor the roller jam. I'm getting you to sponsor my faith. Yeah. You know? Which is way more important anyway. It is. It's like, it builds the stock obviously in the brand in the long term, but it's really adding stock into my portfolio because it's like, I want to prove to these businesses, if they're giving me $1,000, I want to build the best possible product for the consumer, for the sponsor, and obviously for the community. Yeah. You know, so it's like when you go in there, like I used to go into those people that would sponsor the coffee van and be like, oh, do you want to spend another $500 for another 6 months? And be like, yeah, of course. Yeah. These people here, like, I walk in with my pitch and be like, I'm running the coolest event that's going to happen this year. Right? Yeah. People are going to go to my event and then GTM and be like, fuck, the roller jam was pretty lit, huh? Yeah. Like, I've got that faith and confidence in myself, and now I'm selling that. It's like, I know that I got 50 of those calendars printed. There's now 40 calendars out there with your name hanging on the bottom of every month. It's the same principle as like everything that comes through when you're a millionaire. It's like once you've made it, people are asking to sponsor you when before you were asking. That's right. You're asking for it, now you're getting offered it, you know? Yeah, and that's interesting. You have to like materialize that in every aspect and know that like all the bullshit that no one wants to do with small business, like all the really like, especially the interpersonal relationships, like I said with that job today, you know, it wasn't quite right, so I had to do it again. That cost me money. Yeah, and the same with the sticker yesterday, and like, I have to redo it. I have to. Yeah. I have to do all that day one shit. I have to do all the small business shit before I can be big business. You know? Yeah. And it's like, it's kind of funny now it's kind of cool doing an event that's, you know, my budget is $50,000. So I've got to go find $50,000. And I've got these runs on the board where I had already found sponsorship for my coffee van. Then I found sponsorship for these calendars. I made that fishing jersey up there, the blue one. Yep. That's got 6 names on it as well. So like I made that collab piece with all the fucking different businesses on the back, and it looks like a sponsored fishing polo. Yep. So it's like, it is, isn't it? Yeah. And now you come to like this, and it's like $50,000 is a lot more than I've ever gone for. But I've got those runs. I already know, like, okay, I kind of get how this works. And I know how the conversation goes. You do it small scale. Yeah. Learn how to do a big scale. That's right. You just get more zeros on the end. Yeah. Hopefully. And then start drinking Sandpel. I'm already at the Sandpel stage, bro. Off. You're at Sandpel, bro. If there's not 7 figures in that bank account, you're just a poser. And Sandpel isn't a fucking... It's not an economic status. It's a mind state, you know? It's definitely a status, bro. It's definitely, because it's like, you know, like it's always the wankiest people you see drinking Sandpel. True.
And not like wanky and like they got money. Like it's a Gucci bag.
It's like wanky in a dorky way.
Yeah,
you know,
like it's a weird way. Like find a better way to flex your money.
I fucking hate it when you see someone with a fucking brand name shit on, or they have like the brand name shits on. You know, so it's like Tommy, Gucci, rah, and it's like you look fucking stupid.
Well, I've never liked like some of it's drip, bro. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I don't fuck with a lot. Like I think a lot of it looks pretty mid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's very mid. That's exactly what it is.
You know, and people are just buying, and it's literally like they're buying it for the brand. It's brand recognition. But if people were spending that much money on something like that, then surely you could have $50 for a Black Ink t-shirt. Check the website now.
blackink.com.au with an X instead of an A.
That's a plug. But if I was I would feel bad. And I'm like, surely they think it doesn't look that great. But they're like, oh, fuck it, it'll sell. But like, make it look more appealing.
Well, if you're going to spend like $250 on the tracksuit top from Gucci, wouldn't you get the complete velvet tracksuit from Adidas instead?
Well, yeah, or Nike. I don't fuck with Adidas, bro.
Oh yeah, you know, PP. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, but I feel like such a dickhead. Like, look at my shirt, bro. I'm here talking about how designers mid. I'm wearing the fucking Peter Griffin Garfield Despacito shirt.
That does fucking slap though.
It's
to be
powerful
honest.
stuff, man. It is powerful stuff.
That's again, that's first date material. That and Transformers, you're fucking.
We fucking
hard too.
Transmissionary, bro.
Back shots.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like people that fall in hard for like only buy designer for designer. I don't get it. Some of it looks cool, like you know, the Gucci hat slaps, bro.
Yeah,
sure. Gucci wallet that Cutthroat's got, that's tough. That's tough as. But not all of it, man. I don't get like a lot of the shoes. I don't fucking get a lot of like the shirts.
Oh, bro, the shoes are the worst.
And then the price tag is like, what the fuck? Like I can get like the pocketbook, like the purses and stuff. That's a clout thing, like the Louis bag and that. But then when it starts going into all the rest of it, the rest of the ensemble, like a $3,500 scarf, fuck off.
Yeah, it's silly. And it also, like, there's a lot of rich people wearing these brands. There's a lot of fucking poor people wearing them too.
Well, the rich people wear it because they have to spend their money somehow, you know? The poor people buy it so that they can look rich. Weird. It's a weird thing. Like, first thing you do when you start making bands, bro, is you buy you buy a thick watch and a nice gold chain.
Bro, to be honest, like, I've really thought about this because obviously, like, as you know, I'm not in Black Ink to be a fucking thousandaire. I'm going to be a millionaire, you know? All I want is I just want to be able to own like enough motorbikes and enough motorbike equipment that I don't have to think about it anymore. You know what I mean? I don't like the fucking dude. I've been wearing Salvo's clothes for like a good amount of time now. It doesn't really bother me. And then when I see people wearing nice clothes, I'm just like, I still kind of slap wearing average shit. So
yeah, it doesn't make you look any better or worse.
Man, a Harley really makes my heart beat faster.
Yeah,
you know, it's like if I had 10 grand right now, I'd go get a sporty. I wouldn't spend a single dollar on clothes.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like, I'm the same, bro. Like, I'm no millionaire, but I have a lot of cars.
Yeah.
And I'm always in a position where if something happens to one of my cars and it has to come off the road, all goods, baby, I got another one to back me up.
Yeah.
And I think about that all the time. And I'm like, I'm always sweet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never not going to be out. And then I'm always have something to work with. And that's great for me. People are like, why do you have so many fucking cars? Money pit, the regos, rah. I counter that by not paying insurance, which is, I think, pretty big brain.
That is, yeah, bro, that's what's up.
Careful there.
Yeah.
Just don't crash my fucking car, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Never be at fault is what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, wow, you made me run that red light, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think about all the time, I see people with like comments like, oh, my engine blew, or like, this is fucking my car, I need this and that. And I'm like, that sucks. Why don't you just take your other car? And people are like, cars don't have other cars.
She's
waiting.
Oi, you done yet? She doesn't hang around long enough either. It's just like, just come in, but...
Just a poke.
Oh, well, yeah, no. And also, like, I've found really, like, very, very consistently, it's the people who spend $50,000 on something on their engine and they're like, oh, it fucking blew ahead the other day. It's like, man, my range has just been running sweet ever since she hit 250,000 Ks, you know? Like,
yeah, dude. And like just do budget work and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Just like, instead of spending all that money to put it in a shop, spend that money on another car.
Yeah.
Do it all yourself. You know?
It is pretty crazy to think that, like I don't understand how people think it's an option to get, like, Harleys are my thing, so they get a stage kit, right? Which is where you get marginally more power and a different sort of performance. But, like, my bike is stock standard. Besides the cosmetic shit, is stock standard. And I'll do a power skid alongside any of these boys.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, if it was set up for doing wheelies, it would do wheelies just the same. That Grom that I've got, she's standard besides the wheelie bar on the back. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like... Everything does all the shit that we want to do. The shit that you do to change your car, to modify it, it's like the top the top percentage that, unless you're a hell good driver or a hell good performer or whatever, you're never going to notice it anyway. It's for the flex. And then that flex costs you in the long term.
Extra amount of money.
Yeah, because you fucking, and in the long term when it fucks up, you're just like, you fucking kidding me? You spent all that money on that engine and now you got to replace it or you got to do this part to make it stronger because this is too powerful. It's like, bro, just...
If you don't love the build, then don't do it at all, you know? Because
Yeah.
you're going to spend... The more you do it, the more troubles you're going to fucking have.
100%.
Realistically.
Look, for the sake of Larissa, because she's probably out there busting for a piss,
Yeah,
as
no,
am
you're
I.
right. As am I.
Yeah, we
These
better fucking...
raspberries went straight through me, man.
Oh, man.
They were good.
I love that we had them at like 3:34, so we just like...
Up all night.
Fuck up that circadian rhythm, boy.
Yo!